Okay. Yo, yo. What's up with it? It's your boy Mini. Back with another reading. It's going to be an all signs reading. We asking, who's going to be your summertime boo-boo? Who's going to be your summertime boo thing? What's up, Marie E? You're we're going forward today. That's for sure. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Abdelight. What's up, Millie? What's up, Kimmy? Hey, what's up, Trent? Hey, D-Love. Hey, now. Hey, Unique. Love Unique. I'm just going to call you Neek. What's up, Neek? Kitty just commented. Hey, Bree. What's up, Kilo? We just said I don't want to start tonight. What I want to start? What's up? Hey, Sheila. Hey, Mom. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing in here? What's up, the Gemini? How you feeling today? All right. So we about to get started. We're starting on Aries. All right. We're starting on Aries. So Aries, you peeping at me? Okay, y'all. We got celebrity in the house today, y'all. We got my mom in there. She's in here watching me. All right, so Aries, who's your summertime boo thing gonna be? In case you didn't know, I'll be cussing in here too, so you gotta cover your little ears. You gotta cover your little ears because I'll be saying stuff. All right, so it could be a Capricorn, could be a Virgo. This is a professional or somebody who comes off very professional. Like we got all Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So some of y'all is a business owner or somebody who's just like very professional, on top of their shit. All right. They may live more of like a luxury or comfortable lifestyle because we got Taurus energy and we got Virgo energy. So it's somebody who may be like very meticulous or very particular about the things that they like. So if this is somebody who you guys are like getting to know, or they're newer, or even if they're not new, just somebody who likes to plan things for you guys to do, or this person just likes it when you plan things. So that might be also part of it. Some of y'all that are really clean, like a neat freak or a clean freak, or like a tight, somebody who always feels like like things need to be a certain way. So they could be very like I don't know, just nitpicky about how things have to be when it comes to like maybe clothes, when it comes to food, when it comes to like what makes them feel comfortable. Like they have these little like certain things, you know, maybe it's textures with the food. So that might be also how you guys know them. Anyway, it's gonna be somebody who's probably gonna be persistent with you guys, or this is somebody who you guys will have to be persistent with. I'm not quite sure. All right. They may have a large following because I see the CEO. I was thinking 100,000, so maybe they have 100,000 followers, subscribers, TikTok people, or some shit. Or this person maybe makes 6 figures. I don't know if you know that. I don't know. Maybe, you know what I mean? Or they could be in the millionaire status. That's possible too. All right, but anyway, it's gonna be somebody who's reliable, consistent. It's gonna take a little while for you guys to maybe like build up to whatever this may be, but this is somebody who's probably already planned or probably already taken the proper steps to try to build a connection a lot further. They're gonna just start. Maybe they're gonna start being more consistent. Whoever this is, they're gonna start being more consistent with you guys. Yep, I got the Knight of Cups, so it could be a Pisces, could be a Sag, or a Capricorn, Virgo. I got Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. So some of y'all there are good storytellers. This may be somebody who just wins you guys over. Like I said, some of y'all, they're persistent, but they're also charming. They're romantic. They have attractive facial features, or at least they dress really nice. They smell good. You know what I mean? It seems to be somebody who also like presents themselves well. I think they take care of their body too, because of that Queen of Pentacles. I think they take care of their body. You know what I mean? And this is somebody who's probably independent or used to doing things on their own, really self-sufficient. That's probably what you'll like about them. They can do stuff on their own. They don't really have to have anybody like, you know, following them around, or like even if they want to go to the park, they'll go by themselves. If they want to go to a movie, go out to eat, this is somebody who doesn't really need you to entertain them. They can find something to do. They can find something to do for themselves. You know what I mean? But y'all also like how like self-sufficient they are. You know what I mean? Just in general, like it don't always have to be like they can just take care of themselves. Like they can figure like issues, problems, whatever. Like it's on their mind. They're like, I'll make a way. So it's somebody like that. They're very persistent and very dedicated or very ambitious. So this is somebody who you feel like will always, you know what I mean, get where they need to be. So Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, so this is somebody who's overly arrogant at times too. So this may be somebody who's, if it's somebody who's persistent with you guys, this could be somebody who's frustrated that it took so long, or that it took this long for you guys to connect. They could be browner skin, maybe have tanner, browner, brunette hair, maybe it's like reddish, more reddish, brownish hair, or like sunny auburn hair, maybe, or something like that. If they don't have that, then they just have maybe like their hair, maybe their pride and joy in some way. And even if they don't have hair, it could just be like a beard, it could be a, I don't know, maybe they wear wigs, so maybe they're like very like they switch up their style in that way. Yeah, I get them changing up their style a lot. That's how you should know them. So there's maybe somebody who also like normally this is somebody who's in comfortable gear, because we got the Empress in reverse, so they could dress up or clean up nice when they want to, but it's maybe somebody who doesn't really know what to do with the attention. Or you guys like interact like here and there because of the Wheel of Fortune. You guys may interact with them here and there. Maybe they see, maybe it's like it has to do with timing. So I guess timing is going to be a thing with this connection. It may be, I don't know, what they call it, extenuating circumstances outside the connection. So situations outside the connection may keep y'all from like being together, I guess. Maybe it could be like your work schedule. Sometimes it could be distance. Sometimes it could be social background. Sometimes it could be financial. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It seems like they have the money, but you know what I mean? So maybe it may be on your end, but then again, it could be on your end. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Maybe they work a lot. It could even be that too. You know what I mean? Because this could be somebody who's more so focused on like material gain, material success. They're used to being spoiled. Whoever this is somebody who's used to being spoiled. Because I definitely got the Empress in the Wheel of Fortune. So there's somebody who may be viewing you as a come up. Yeah, I kind of feel like they're viewing you as a come up and they like to be taken care of. So this is a very attractive partner. We got Queen of Wands and the Empress. Very attractive partner. They're vain. So that might be why you like this person. Like they're overly confident, overly arrogant, very self-assured. They kind of just somebody who's going to wait on you guys to like make the situation happen the way like they're used to like, people putting in more work or putting in a lot of effort. So there's somebody who's probably just waiting on the right moment or the right interaction for things to go a certain direction. They're kind of nervous around you too. So that might be how you know them. Five of Pentacles. So some of y'all, this could be a neighbor, could be a roommate, could be a patron, could be a follower, a subscriber. It could be somebody that you meet through somebody else. That's usually a good one. With the Five of Pentacles, is usually somebody who you're going to meet through somebody else. So that's usually the best type of relationships, because they can stay around for a while, because it's like you don't really have to vet them as much, because if they're friends of friends, your friends are genuinely like a branch off from who you are. So it's not too far from like maybe your value system, your beliefs, the way you would do stuff, any of that. You know what I mean? This is somebody who's a connoisseur, maybe a food or connoisseur of like, they know quality stuff. So they may be good with like their hands. They may be good at fixing stuff. Like you'll like that this person's around, because they can do, maybe they're clean, they're tidy. Like they come in and they bring value. They're very supportive, very encouraging. So you're going to like that about this person. I just feel like they have like nervousness around you, or you may feel jittery around this person, but they're good at like calming your fears, soothing your worries, telling you what you want to hear. You know what I mean? They can cheer you up. And it's also somebody who probably needs a lot of like affirmation too. They like that. They like being gassed up. They like being flattered. So you need to tell this person, oh, you're very attractive. You're very handsome. Oh, I like the way you did this. Like they'll do this to you. So you need to do this to them. So that way they can feel like you're caring, or like you're picking up what they're putting down. Some of y'all, they could be kind of artistic. So this can make them a poet, a singer, an artist. Or they just have like this artistic flair to them. It could be in the style of their dress. Like maybe they have their own little style and dress or whatever, or something like that. I just know that they're attractive. Like this person is used to getting whatever they want because of their appearance. You know what I mean? So this may be somebody who you guys, if it's a past person, because of Wheel of Fortune and Death in reverse, if it's a past person, this is somebody who feels a little bit humble because of maybe how the relationship turned out in the past. maybe it wasn't as beneficial, or maybe it just didn't expand the way that they thought it should have. So it could be a Sag, could be a Leo, could be a Cancer, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Capricorn, Libra, Taurus, Scorpio, Gemini, Aries, Scorpio, Taurus. Yeah, Taurus and what is that? Taurus and that's a Venus. Venus and Taurus. So that's a Libra, Taurus. All right. Now some of y'all, they have kids. They could have had kids too, or you know what I mean, like, but they may not want to have kids anymore either. So that might be something too. Where the Empress in reverse is may not be somebody who wants to have any more kids, but like there may possibly this could result in a unplanned pregnancy if you can still have that. If you can still have kids, then that be the case. I just kind of feel like they want to find some type of way to kind of stay around in your life. This because the death is here. This would be somebody who's going to linger for a while. So this might extend outside of the summer. This may just kind of go on for an extended period of time. You know what I mean? So maybe I don't know. Sometimes with the Capricorn Taurus, like a lot of Earth energy starting off. Possibly you may keep this person around because of security, stability. Maybe because they kind of give like a luxurious vibe. Like maybe everybody doesn't date this person, or everybody isn't able to obtain this type of person. So you may kind of like keep this person around anyway. I do see that this may be somebody, like I said, somebody who's either looking at you as a come up, or you're going to view them as a come up, because they could be like in a boss position, making good money, you know what I mean, having their shit together, independent, you know what I mean, like, you know, you may like this person. So I kind of feel like, because I've seen this Virgo, it makes me think they may be into like nursing, or were once nursing and once into nursing, or was once a caretaker to somebody. Like that might be also their role. So if they're not somebody who's used to being spoiled, then there's somebody who's used to spoiling their partners. So it's one of the two there. They are materialistic. You'll know it by the way that they dress. So keep your mind on, keep your eyes on that. They may have a little gambling addiction, or like, I don't know, this somebody who likes to kind of like weigh their odds in situations, just kind of like see what else can happen. So I don't know, you got to be aware of that. But anyway, Gemini, Scorpio, Taurus, Libra, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, what was it? Capricorn, Sag, Leo, Cancer, Virgo, Taurus. So they could have an attractive body, like because of all that Earth energy. It usually means that they have a strong or physically appealing body. So it's to be somebody whose body you do find appealing. All right. They may also be this may be somebody who kind of acts like they don't like you like that at first, or kind of acts like, I don't know, they don't want to give you too much attention. That's what it is. Like it's somebody who doesn't want to give you too much attention in the beginning stage, so they kind of they wait on you to reach out. They wait on you to connect. They wait on you to, you know what I mean? It's something like that. You know what I mean? Even though they may be the one that spoils you, they kind of wait on you, because this may be somebody who uses that material, or uses some type of success that they have as like leverage in their connections. All right. So anyway, Taurus. You know who that is, huh? All right. A pharmaceutical salesperson. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're pretty good at persuading people to get stuff. But the Knight of Cups can also be a, what do you call him? An ideal salesman. Him and the Knight of Wands, they sell you on passion. But the Knight of Cups is probably nicer because he's a visualist, or a visionary. He knows how to sell you something that probably doesn't even yet exist. All right, so Taurus. Ooh, your summertime boo thing, beware. I was going to say your summertime boo. What's up, C-Mac? All right, so your summertime boo, beware. All right, could be an Aries, could be a Scorpio, could be a Leo. So this is somebody who's over the top too. We got showstoppers. So some of y'all, they may be an entertainer, or this is just somebody who's used to like showing off. You know, they're pretty like outgoing, aggressive, assertive. They have a lot of sex appeal. Whoever this is, they have a lot of sex appeal because of them like being ambitious and like how driven they are. And they may be like live a more active lifestyle. Oh shit! Hold on real quick, yo. Hold on. Dang. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. All right. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so anyway, this is somebody who's gonna be magnetic. Also, they're gonna probably have a strong body, and this would be somebody who will probably initiate with y'all. Like they put on the glitz glam, they're over the top with their approach. So this is somebody who's probably pretty smooth with the way that they're gonna probably approach you guys, or the way that they're gonna probably initiate. If you're not already dealing with this person, anyway, this may be somebody who takes action on you on a Tuesday. It's a random ass day. Or maybe like those are the days that you can like hang out with this person on like a Tuesday. Maybe it's like part of their schedule. I don't know, but you'll know something. This person will be putting it out there out front, like everything that they expect with you or everything that they want to happen between y'all. They're probably pretty confident that it's going to go in the direction that they want to. So you might like that. You might find that attractive or appealing that they talk like they're so confident, so self-assured that you're going to like them back. You know what I mean? So this is gonna be somebody who's gonna want to win your approval. So they may, like I said, they may do a bunch of like maybe gift giving, generosity in some way. And generosity sometimes could just be like them spending their time. You know what I mean? I don't know, making things happen for you. Like they kind of want to show you like their bravado. If I'm really being honest. I said they're strong already. I probably did. All right. So some of y'all is gonna be somebody who feel like they missed an opportunity with y'all in the past. So it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If not, this person may either you make them feel inadequate or they feel inadequate around you. One of the two. You know what I mean? Like they're proud to have you. So maybe like this could be like somebody who's like really into like extravagance and all that stuff. So this could be possibly why some of y'all may feel like, they're make me feel inadequate, like maybe you don't have much to give to them, or this is somebody who in the initial stages they may not give a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like they may not invest a whole lot into a relationship in the beginning because it's the Page of Pentacles. So, but most of y'all, it's gonna be just somebody who feel like they missed an opportunity with you. Maybe they didn't invest, they didn't put any effort. Some of y'all are somebody that you guys friend zone. That might be really what happened. And they just like I guess maybe this is somebody who had a glow up because they gotten their confidence up. They're now ready to express sexuality. They're now ready to be a lot more confident, a lot more extroverted, and they have a sense of pride. So if this is like somebody who like maybe didn't make the cut last time with you guys interacting, then this is somebody who's making the cut now. You know what I mean? So they're gonna put forth some type of effort, but it may not be as much as you would like them to put in. That I will say, because like they may be all glitz and glam and Three of Pentacles, Five of Swords. This could be somebody who gaslights you guys a lot. It gives a vibe of somebody who walked away from you guys, or who you guys either used to work with. Like it could be an ex coworker because of the Three of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. Because the Page of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. It could be an ex coworker, or it was like somebody who you guys used to like interact with, hang out with, maybe, or used to have around you at some time, maybe a little bit more frequently. But with the Five of Swords in reverse, it's somebody who's contemplating why they even left. Why did you guys stop talking? You know what I mean? So with the Five of Swords, this is somebody who wants to hash it out between y'all, talk it out. And if it's a newer person, this is somebody who's gaslighting themselves, thinking that maybe you wouldn't want them to be in your life like that. So they don't even like try. They want to, but I guess it's somebody who's going to get their confidence up and eventually start pursuing you guys or start being a lot more aggressive and forthright about what they want with y'all. So some they may be younger because of the Page of Pentacles. They may be younger. You know what I mean? But if they're not younger, then they just give a younger appeal. They have like a young appeal to them. I'm not gonna say young-minded because it's not young-minded. You just have like a younger appeal. You know what I mean? Like what they're used to giving to relationships, maybe not be anything to you that's substantial. You know what I mean? Like even if they got a lot going on, they may not give you a whole lot. You know what I mean? That you can use. Yeah, I got Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It's definitely somebody you guys had to start, stop, or it just barely got off the ground. It didn't really have much security. But this is somebody who wants to build that with y'all, or at least rebuild the foundation between y'all. Because I got the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, which gives me a Four of Pentacles. So they probably want to build the foundation between y'all again. Yeah, they regret it. They regret whatever happened. So maybe you feel like this person slighted you, or this person could feel like you did. But if that's the case, both of y'all are feeling the same way, and you guys are probably wanting to clear the air about like Like, you know what I mean? At least talk again. I kind of get that vibe, like, I want to talk again because we got 4 swords. Yeah, it's like no communication at this point. So so your summertime boo is gonna be somebody who you guys aren't talking to currently, but I guess you guys, some of y'all, 5 of Swords is also for me is like in the 3 of Pentacles could mean that we're in the same environment or we frequent the same friends or like similar environments. So at some point we may either cross paths at some point and talk, or there could be like maybe rumors or like other people may kind of pass the word to you, or you may or pass the word to them. Like there could be like an exchange that's meant to happen. Like somebody who's very prideful too, so you need to know that. Like they're prideful and they usually feel like they're always in the right. But at this point, this is somebody who is probably like they don't do well with criticism. So I think that might be why they're afraid of like communicating, because they don't want you to say, you know what I mean? They don't want you to have to tell them where it is or say what you need to say. They may be trying to avoid that type of conversation. They don't really like confrontation. So this is somebody who will avoid you if you start like, you know, don't do this, don't do that. They don't like that. They'll get right away from you. Now, some of y'all, it may start off as like them maybe patronizing you or giving you money, or maybe they implement business in some way or implement something that's like practical for you, which could be like maybe they, I don't know, whatever, like, I don't know, wherever you guys be at frequently, this may be somebody who uses that as like a ploy to become friends or to become like part of some type of inner circle or to be part of like your regular everyday schedule in some way. Like I feel like they want to be part of whatever you got going on a day-to-day basis. All right. Yeah, they're easy to get along with. You'll like it. You'll like this person. Is like I wanted the word I want to say is multi-purposed. So they could probably do a bunch of like different random things. You know what I mean? Like they may have a bunch of different skill sets or natural abilities that they can do. May even have like this deep, let's say like a deep spiritual kind of like spiritual vibe to them too. All right. So anyway, it could be a Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Aquarius, Libra, Taurus, Capricorn, Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Libra, Taurus, Pisces, Capricorn, Aquarius. All right. Did I say they may be an entertainer? Because they could be. Like they're a show-offy type of person. So like even if they aren't like a real entertainer, they're very entertaining. All right. So Gemini. I already showed it. What? All right, so Gemini. Who's your summertime boo-boo? Not the boo-boo. All right, so it's gonna be this could be a Sag. Somebody else, maybe this really may be somebody foreign or somebody who's not your usual type. Like this may not have been usually what you would go for. Not saying they're not appealing or attractive, but this is somebody who's going to definitely change your outlook on the world, change your outlook on yourself. They have like a big, what do they call it? A high sense of self. They have a strong sense of self, but they also have this big version of who they see themselves as. Like they may see themselves. Oh, yeah, they have like this big. I don't know. They see themselves in this high light. Is what I will say. So you might like that about this person. Also, they come off as like very nonchalant, not really caring, but bold, charismatic, charming, outgoing. You know what I mean? Adventurous, down to do whatever. You know, and it kind of seems like it's no sweat. Oh yeah, I do that, whatever. So some of y'all, they may be foreign, or they just do a lot of like traveling at abroad. You know what I mean? Yeah, traveling abroad, where they go out of country, out of city maybe, or out of state, because city it wouldn't be out of the country is technically out of abroad, right? It's abroad, right? Like outside your country. But maybe I don't know. Maybe they just go like across the country, or I don't know. Maybe they travel your whole country or some shit like that. I don't know. They have this I don't know, idealistic version about themselves that where they seem like they can't do no wrong. You know what I mean? Anyway, you'll like how outgoing they are and how nothing really seems to bother them. They're optimistic. They believe everything is possible in it if they put their mind to it. So they could be very strategic and really smart. You know what I mean? Cold. You know what I mean? So somebody who doesn't get super emotional and doesn't let anything hold them down. You'll like that. And you'll like how opinionated they are. There's going to be new love for some of y'all. So it could be a Capricorn, Virgo, or a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There's somebody who's blessed. They have a lot of like abundance or a very abundant mindset. Like they and it could be futuristic because we got Sagittarius energy and Aquarius. Those are the renegades or futuristic people. Like think like Terminator and T-1000. They're very similar. Like they're Sagittarius is on the cusp of like newness and adventure and exploration, and Aquarius is like what like scenarios or a future that it doesn't yet exist. They're like aware of it or they're imagining it already. They kind of live in the future in a sense. So it's somebody who kind of like does things that maybe are a little bit ahead of everybody else. You know what I mean? And they're not afraid to like do their own thing. They're confident, just going their own way, being themselves. So I don't know. Some of y'all is gonna be somebody who wants to either make amends with y'all. Y'all may have stayed home or lived with this person at one time because of the Ten of Pentacles. Possibly you guys once lived with this person at one time, or this is somebody who works in like a factory or works in like an establishment. Maybe they were working at a job or an establishment for a while. They may not work there no more, but because maybe they've gotten some type of money from it, but they did work there or were working somewhere that was like reputable, well known, you know what I mean? Something like that. They had their stripes. It's somebody who has their stripes in business or has their stripes when it comes to like getting results with the things that they put their mind to or put their time, their energy into. So this somebody has a track record, a successful track record. All right. Ace of Swords. This may be somebody who probably tries to marry you guys. And this is kind of funny because Sagittarius would be that way. Sagittarius and Aquarius, and some of y'all, if y'all get married, it's going to be like in a non-traditional way. You know what I mean? Like it's beneficial to you, but it may be in like a non-traditional way where this isn't like how I grew up. Because the Ten of Pentacles is in reverse, which means this is somebody who wants to have a relationship with y'all that isn't traditional. They want to break some type of family pattern that they've had. They want to break some type of family pattern that you've had. And they want to have clear intentions about the connection between y'all. They already envisioned it expanding. They already envisioned where it could go. You know what I mean? They just have this, I'm going to say, and the word I wanted to say was outlandish, but it may not be outlandish. It may just be, I don't know, just something you're not used to. You know what I mean? Like something you're not used to indulging or engaging in. They're generous too. Now, in the beginning stages, again, this may be somebody who you may feel like is breadcrumbing you, or you may feel like they're playing games. I got the Page of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So you may kind of feel like they're playing games, or they be like, I don't know, you guys interact with each other here and there. So maybe it's like a long distance relationship. Like that might be it too. And I've known somebody before that was once married and they were staying in 2 different cities. They've been married for like 22 years and they stayed in different cities. So something like that could possibly be that. You know what I mean? You guys could even maybe get married. Maybe they could propose to you. If you don't get married, they may just try to propose to you just to kind of keep you guys around. I'm gonna get them coming from like a large family. They may not keep touch with all their family members, but they may have like a large family or come from one, because that Ten of Pentacles usually means they have a long lineage or come from a long lineage. All right, so it must be like a prominent last name or a prominent name in general. Yeah, I got Sag. I really kind of feel like they foreign. If not, they just have like a way of doing things that is not like everybody else around you. You know what I mean? They may also have fairer skin. So that might be a little bit helpful. So like a lighter skin, white, Asian, Hispanic, certain Hispanics. I don't know. They have like, you know what I mean? They have a lighter skin. I'm telling you, it's lighter skin. And curly hair, or could be curly hair, or they just keep hats on, hoodies on. What do they call it? A yarmulke, or the ones that the Muslims wear. I forgot what it's called. For the Muslims, but yeah, they may kind of wear like a cap on their head. Oh, I got somebody who's got money. We got King of Pentacles. This is gonna be somebody who's got money. So, like I'm saying, I'm telling y'all, it's potential for this to be like a settle down moment. Normally, I'll just say a summertime fling, but again, this has potential to go somewhere. You know what I mean? With this Temperance, you may just like really like this person's vibe. The Temperance can also mean this is more like a spiritual connection too, or a relationship that has more of like a higher purpose in your life. That's how you're going to feel about this person. You may feel like this person and this connection has a higher purpose. There's a reason for us being together. It could be because they, you know what I mean, because they're stable and they have some money, you know what I mean? Like this may be somebody who makes money non-traditionally too, because of the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Like they may, some of y'all, this could be a windfall of money, because I seen that Wheel of Fortune earlier. So it could be somebody who had a Wheel of Fortune moment. Could be a Wheel of Fortune moment, but they could have had a windfall of money, or just somebody who gets money in like increments. You know what I mean? And from time to time, you guys maybe run into each other. From time to time, you guys will spend time together, hang out, maybe travel, share different experiences together. They could be into health, or into like medical field, or into psychology, psychiatry. You know what I mean? Like otherworldly things, just like tarot, astrology, I don't know, manifestation. They have like a spirit, like a, sometimes it could be like future. I'm not gonna say I keep wanting to say futuristic spirituality, but it don't have to be future like futuristic. It could just be non-traditional methods. You know what I mean? So they could be into like, let's say, juicing, fasting, you know, crystals and all that. They could be into all that. You know what I mean? But it's somebody who's made money. Some of y'all, they've made a fortune, and then others of y'all, they are very pretty stable. You know what I mean? They give like a mature vibe. Even if they're not older, they give a mature vibe. Are kind of ready to settle down, or at least I'm gonna take it easy type of person. You know what I mean? But at the same time, this may be somebody who's a wild card, and when they decide to, they just go off the handle one day. Like they didn't have no plans, they just jump up and go. But normally, King of Pentacles is somebody who's playing shit. But like this may be somebody who can like get up and go. When I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go, and they just be out. You know, they might got the finances to do that. So anyway, it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sag, Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, Sag, Aquarius. Yeah, I mean, I got to. I'm just doing my job, FK. I'm just doing my job. You said you thought I was up here? Where you thought? Oh. Ha! Now see Max saying y'all have sports teams. We don't got no sports teams here in Delaware. I think most we got like a softball league. We got the DSU Hornets and the UD Blue Hens. We got them. College teams. All right, so we just did Gemini, so we was on Cancer. Cancer-y. All right, so Cancer. Who are your summertime boo-boo be with? Who are your summertime boo-boo be? Could be a Gemini. So this could be somebody who's going to probably talk about relationships like off the bat very quickly. Now, some of y'all, they may be in a relationship. Possible. You know what I mean? If they're not in a relationship, they're going to start talking about the relationship very quickly. Oh, you a former Hornet? Hey, what's up, NN? Shout out to you. You see we got my boy from the Eagles in there? What's my boy name? I can't even think of his name right now. I can see his face, but I can't think of his name. He's a receiver he used to be a receiver on the Eagles. He's our head coach now. I can't think of his name. Deshaun Jackson. We got Deshaun Jackson now as a head coach. Head coach. You know what I'm saying? All right, so anyway, this is going to be a very good talker, very good communicator, very good at listening. Also, they pay attention to y'all. So this is somebody who's probably already been observing you guys for a while, too, because Gemini is the investigator, or they're just a nosy person. And you know what I mean? So that might be somebody who you guys exchange like tea, like you guys be talking about gossip and talking about like random ass shit. Like they bring a whole bunch of different news to you all the time. So this may be somebody who you guys kind of build a connection off of like conversations, maybe text messages, calls. You know what I mean? It starts off maybe just being more like flirty and more like, I don't know, just sometimes just kind of like burning time. But anyway, somebody's going to probably talk about commitment or talk about, I don't know. You're going to notice that this person is has a lot of compatibility with you. You know what I mean? Because whenever a Gemini shows up, it's somebody who sees you as in the likelihood of them or in the likeness of them. So this person is going to feel like you guys are soulmates. And that might be why they start talking about relationships and start talking about commitment. And you guys may share some of the same values when it comes to long-term relationships and what is equal give and take and what loyalty is. And they may ask all these questions. So you may like that about this person because you may feel heard and seen by this person. It could be an Aquarius, could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They could be younger, but they could also just be like really naive to the world. Like they have an idealistic way of seeing love and romance and relationships. They may be a little shy too. You know, like they don't really know what to say, but they can talk. That's what's so funny. They don't know what they can and can't say to you, but they can talk. Like the conversations between y'all just gonna flow. I seen that Six of Swords. Conversations just flow. We can talk about anything all day long. Just sit and chat. You like, damn. We just really talked about nothing. You know what I mean? So you said I was sad when Dawkins retired. That was like so many years ago. I don't even remember when Dawkins retired. I was not an Eagles fan, and I'm still not an Eagles fan. You know what I mean? Yeah, they stay at a short distance from y'all. 3 of Wands in reverse. There's somebody who stays at a short distance from y'all. Now, possibly, if it's a past partner, because the 3 of Wands and the 4 of Wands in reverse, it could give like a past partner that maybe felt like they could do better at some point. They thought they could find another relationship. You know what I mean? There's somebody who may feel like felt like there was grass, the grass was greener elsewhere, and they may be into like short-term flings because of the 4 of Wands. I get this. So some of y'all could just like turn out to be like a one-night stand. You know what I mean? Like this may be somebody who's coming from one relationship to the next. I think that might be what it is. Like you just may have, I don't know. So I guess y'all not having that much sex this year. I mean, this summer, my bad, this summer. But I guess, I mean, maybe you could, because sometimes it could be like that where we kind of like, it's a hot, cold relationship with the 2 of Pentacles. It's going to be a hot, cold relationship. You know what I mean? Where like, you know, sometimes I deal with you, sometimes we don't. It's like whenever they come by, or whenever you guys are around, or something along the lines of that. Like they're pretty outgoing, so I kind of feel like this person is good at like, you know, maybe gaining partnerships or connecting with people. Could be a Capricorn, could be a Sag, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, Sag. Strong communicator, because I got the Knight of Swords too. So you're gonna probably hear from this person. If this is a past person, this is somebody who you guys have like vague communication with, or like when you talk, you maybe have to read a little bit more into the conversation because it kind of comes off as like professional. Kind of comes off as like maybe they're not that interested. Kind of comes off as like, you know, they don't, I'm not gonna say they don't want to say the wrong things, but like they aren't quite sure like what to say to you. Like I don't know, they want to flirt, you know what I mean, but their way of flirting just really comes off as like flattery, you know what I mean, and like gassing you up, you know what I'm saying, telling you you're cute, telling you like maybe a little playful jokes. So they may kind of like insinuate that they want to date you or that they're interested in you in that light, but you kind of wonder like, are you like flirting with me or what? You may kind of wonder that about this person. Normally they're very direct, but with you, I guess they're going to be nervous or shy or unsure of themselves. You know what I mean? So, that might be what gets you, because like they're really social, but then with you, they're like, guy, man or guy, like, you know what I mean? So, you really might feel like they play games. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it going. I mean, they may talk about commitment, but I don't know if it's going to go there. I think that just might be a ploy, because like this person does give like the hot cold. Like they may talk about relationships and wanting a commitment, but like they don't give the vibe of wanting a commitment. Like their behavior is what I'm saying. The behavior that they exercise does not say, I want a commitment, I want to be a husband, I want to be a wife. It does not say that. Just their mouth does. They're good at talking. So just pay attention to that pattern, because you'd be sad if you think that this person may want to settle down. I think they just like the idea of like having a commitment and being connected to you in that light. You know what I mean? Maybe they just feel like it's the right thing to do. That could be it too. So it could be a Capricorn, Sag, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, Sag, Aries, Scorpio, Libra, Taurus. Yep. Aries, Scorpio, Gemini. You say you need commitment. I mean, they'll tell you it's commitment. If you can go for that, you can go for that. Like, what is the difference? I mean, outside of them doing the action. But if you are already self-sufficient, you know, I mean, you don't really need the commitment. You said, I need commitment. You know, that'll always set yourself up when you need something. You know what I mean? Like when you need food because you don't have none in the house, you be liable to take any type of food that's being given your way. You know what I mean? And you really don't have no leverage when you need something. When I need this, you don't got no leverage. And you really can't get what you want. You can get some of it, and you may get less than what you want because you're in need. I don't need it. You need it. And that changes the dynamic. You can say, I want commitment. That makes it a lot easier because that gives a little room for some flexibility. You get what I'm saying? If you don't say no room for flexibility, people got you over the barrel. They're going to wax you every time. As soon as they got all the cards, got you. Bing bong, you're done. All right, so anyway, Leo. It's going to be somebody who's devoted, passionate. This because it's Vesta. This could be somebody who has a, you guys feel like you have a spiritual connection with them. All right, they're going to be, this somebody who's going to be focused on you guys. This one be maybe somebody who you guys just feel comfortable with naturally. Feeling like you guys are maybe already can build a family. This may be also somebody who like makes you feel comfortable, safe, secure. They're gentle. Could be a Cancer, but it just like 4th house is just somebody who you guys feel like home, feel homely around, feel comfortable around. You know what I mean? And you don't really feel like you need to do too much. So yeah, this may be somebody you got to stay in the house with a lot. Like they may be a home body. All right. But anyway, There's somebody who has a lot of self-discipline. So they may be Vesta can sometimes be somebody who's pure too. So some of y'all, I don't know how old you are, but maybe this is somebody who's a virgin or like abstinent or not really sexual like that. Like they may not be like slinging that thing around like that. You know what I mean? They may stay home a lot and they may be looking for a partner who like they can connect on a more intimate level, who they like can stay around and like spend hours and hours and hours of time with them. They may be a hugger. If you like hugging, this is somebody who's a hugger or very affectionate. All right. What'd you say? I don't want to go through passage. I'm honestly okay alone, but I wouldn't mind having a partner. So see, that's different. You don't need a partner, but you can have one. That makes it a lot easier. All right. So you said that sounds legit to me. Stay home and abstinent. I bet you would. So sometimes, sometimes I'm not even gonna say that. Anyway, 10 of Pentacles. We got 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So some of y'all is maybe if it's a past person, then maybe somebody you guys feel like you guys wasted time on. If not, this would be somebody you guys envision having like the house, the dog, the cat, all that stuff together. You may imagine having that with this person because like they give this spiritual vibe to them, where it feels like this isn't just sex or this isn't just like a summertime fling. It doesn't feel like it may feel like you guys are really building a foundation, like we're really getting closer. This person kind of knows what my needs are and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? They may be also very fertile. So this may, even if it's a man, they give off like a very like nurturing, motherly vibe, even as a male. So it could be a Virgo, it could be a Gemini, could be a Virgo, Capricorn, Sag, Pisces. So there's going to be somebody who's going to be devoted to you guys very fast, very quickly. I can promise you that. Probably because they don't go nowhere. They don't go nowhere. This is somebody who's like trying to work on work-life balance. So maybe they used to work a lot, or some of y'all, they could have had an inheritance, or they could be like left behind, maybe land, property. That might be also how you know them. Maybe they have a house that was given to them, or I don't know, or like something valuable that was given to them. So 2 of Pentacles is here from the 10 of Pentacles. So this is somebody who may present a financial opportunity for you guys to connect. That might be also what they do. You know what I mean? Or present an opportunity to like, I don't know, get to know them on a deeper level. They give off like a shrewd vibe. So even if they do have money in that light, this may be somebody who's frugal and doesn't really spend that much money. You know what I mean? Or it could go in the opposite direction. Because sometimes with the 10 of Pentacles reverse and 2 of Pentacles, this could be somebody who sometimes has money coming in, a lot of it, but also has a lot of money going out. So that might be it too. And that might be kind of what you like about this person, because it's maybe somebody who makes a way for you guys. Like they show up as like, I don't know, they find a way to make things happen. So they could be good at maybe stretching a dollar, or they could be good at like just balancing shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like they stay afloat. That's what I will say. So even if this isn't somebody who's like rich, they stay afloat. You know what I mean? They know how to make something. They know how to make something shake. I do know that, and they know how to speak up. So you'll like how like talkative and communicative and direct this person is. We got Knight of Swords and the 6 of Swords. So they're good at communicating, good at talking, good at holding conversations. You may have mixed feelings about this person because of their relationship style. That's probably what the issue is. Because the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, it's their relationship style. This may be somebody who's a smotherer. And if they're not a smotherer, this is somebody who like gives you uncertainty because they're hot and cold. One day they're very chatty, very talkative, and then they get like quiet, recluse, distant. You be like, what the fuck? What I do? You know what I mean? So maybe they give like a moody vibe at times. Like one day they're really talkative, and then like, you know what I mean? We're holding good conversation. The conversation is flowing, and then the next day this person maybe isn't responsive. Maybe they just kind of act. Maybe it's moody, but like they're very self-possessed. That's what I feel like. This is somebody who's probably used to being alone. That's what I get. This is probably somebody who's probably used to being alone because they don't seem to go nowhere. They can probably go places because the Knight of Swords does get out and deliver the message. But like shit, that shit burn out kind of quick. Like after I done told this town, that town, all right, y'all tell the rest of the people who I was going to tell. I'm about to go do something else. So there's maybe somebody who kind of gets bored at times. And that's when they reach out. Yo, what you doing? You want to come over? I want to come over. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? I kind of feel that way. But if it's a past person, this is somebody who's trying to pop back up on y'all. They've been obsessing and they've been ruminating about what they can say to you to get the conversation or get the relationship moving forward. So they may be very strategic with the way they talk to you. They may imply, like, you know, maybe being comfortable with you. Like they may say it like that. Oh, I just feel comfortable with you naturally. I feel like I can just say anything to you. They'll say shit like that. You know, it may not be exactly like that, but they'll say shit like that because with the Hermit here, this is somebody who's not really fond of anybody and everybody. Like they rarely be around anybody, and they're really self-possessed. So they're used to like only caring for their needs. That's why they may come off as, some of y'all, they may come off as sometimey, and then for others of you, they're gonna come off as really clingy. So it's one or the other. Either they're gonna want you to be in their skin, or they're gonna be in your skin, or they're gonna like one day be very passionate, very communicative, talking about family, and then the next day you be like, man, are you sure? Because you don't seem to be like giving me the indicators that this is where you're going. You know what I mean? Yeah, selfish ain't a bad thing though. This is somebody who's just used to focusing on themselves. They're self-possessed. Like, you know, all they know is being on their own, doing what they have to do. So they don't really know about having to work with a partner. They want the idea of a partnership. I can see that because they feel like you guys have that spiritual connection or unspoken bond. But like, you know, I guess you guys have to do good at expressing your emotions, because the fourth house can be people who you feel comfortable expressing your feelings of. This could be of guilt, shame, sadness, love, camaraderie, you know what I mean? Just any of that, trust. So, you know, you may kind of go back and forth with this person. I don't know if it's, like I said, if it's a past person, they reflected on like maybe them being like, you know, wishy-washy with you. So they're going to want to, you know, communicate and probably clear things up. They're going to be diligent too. So that means they're going to continually reach out, continually talk, continually say whatever. So all over the summer, you guys will talk a lot. I will say that. You may even get like deeper truths from this person or a lot of wisdom from this person. They seem to be pretty wise and observant. So they picked up maybe patterns, or they picked up like, I don't know, just certain details that they aren't afraid to express and share with you. All right, so it could be a Gemini, Aquarius, Virgo, Pisces, Sag, Gemini. Pisces, Sag, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries. No, not Aries. Pisces, Sag again, Virgo, Gemini, Cancer. You got a lot of Gemini, so definitely going to do a lot of talking. You'll probably like talking to this person a lot because the conversations can go on for hours. Anytime I see that Six of Swords and that King of Swords, the Six of Swords and that Knight of Swords, they're talkers. They can talk. And they be saying bold shit at times too. Sometimes they say stuff that be like, you're like, whoa, maybe you shouldn't have said that out your mouth. Maybe you should have kept that to yourself. You know what I mean? They just can't help it. They just can't help it. You're a true speaker though, but sometimes that truth hurts. So know that. All right. Virgo. Virgo, who will your summertime boo-boo be with? Let me see something here. Hold on, let me see something here. I want to check something out. Okay. Nope. Nope. Anybody? Nobody. Okay. All right. Summertime boo boo. Who is it? It's gonna be. It could be a Capricorn, or it's gonna be somebody who's gonna be good for your image. 10th house is here, so it could be really career driven, or this could be somebody. Some of y'all, this may be somebody who's in a marriage, or somebody who's separating from a marriage, or somebody who has issues pulling themselves away from work. Kind of get that vibe too. They may be a popular celebrity, possibly, because 10th house could be somebody who has like a status, that reputation that a lot of people know. Am I flying through these shits? I am too. It's only been an hour and I'm already at Virgo. So Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. It's only 6. Yeah, so it's good. I'm right on time. All right. So anyway, this is somebody who's very persistent too. You may be, I don't know. They may be kind of persistent with you as well. I guess there'll be ego battles with this person, or power struggles with this person, where there'll be always a need for you guys to compromise. Some of y'all, somebody you guys had to break up with, because the square can sometimes mean tension, where we separate, because whatever I've done in my previous relationships or whatever we've done in that connection up to this point is no longer working. So there's maybe somebody who you guys will have to come to a compromise with about the status of the relationship or the connection. Like if you're already dealing with them, then you guys will have to come to some type of compromise about where you guys can have, like, what would be considered a joint achievement for the both of you. You know what I mean? So usually 10th house means these are people who are traditional, but if he's not, or if she's not traditional, then I don't know. Anyway, it's somebody who does well with like stress. They can handle stress pretty well. So, and you may see this person as an opportunity for growth, So I think this is somebody who's going to take you outside of a certain pattern of relationships. Like this is going to be somebody who's good for your reputation. After dating or dealing with this person, the popularity or the connections that you get, they only go up. Think of it like the Empress. They only go up. It gets better over time. All right. So I guess they may rub you wrong at the first time, or you may rub this person wrong. You know what I mean? But this is somebody who's going to, after they're done, you guys were like grown in a way that you wouldn't have grown any other way. So I will say that. So yeah, they're attractive. We got Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands in this deck is the Queen of Wands that like chases you. So this may be somebody who pursues you. Even if it's a woman, she may pursue you. Like she may, or at least make her presence known a lot more often. That's what I will say. They have an issue with their ego though, or have an issue with pride. Like they don't want to seem too pressed, and they don't want to seem too excited, and they don't want to seem too interested, but they are interested. So they want to show that they're interested, but they also kind of don't want to seem like they're doing the most. So it could be an Aquarius, could be a Libra, could be a Taurus. I got the Five of Swords in reverse too. So some of y'all, it is somebody who you guys had a separation or walked away from, or like, you know, but they want to clear the air. They want to clear the air. There's somebody who like wants to have your approval or wants to have your acceptance or something like that. All right, they're attractive. Is all I really can say, because that Queen of Wands pops out. I already knew. They're gonna be, you know, nice. So it could be a Sag, could be a Leo. I said Aquarius. They got a nice body. They got a nice body. We love it. All right, so this may be somebody who's going to be literally obsessed with your body. So it could be that way around too. Like this is somebody who's obsessed with bodies. I will say that they are obsessed with bodies. They may, if it's a woman, she has wider hips. You know what I mean? Maybe around her cakes. Maybe, you know what I mean. Sometimes you can have round hips and not be like that. And then for others of you, they may be a little heavier set. You know what I mean? But like it looks good on them. You know what I mean? Like you still find them appealing. So even if they're a little heavier, you'll still find them appealing. It may be a little bit of baby fat, or I don't know what they call it for men. What do they call it? What do they call it for us? A dad. They may have like a dad bod. That's possible. They may have like a dad bod. You know, with somebody who's confident, outgoing. They always have something funny to say, and they have a they may have an accent, or they have like you'll like the way they talk, because the Eight of Wands is somebody who has a pleasant voice. So you'll like the way they talk. You know what I mean? They could be really funny and witty, and like always have like this, like, I don't know, insight and wisdom that you be like, oh shit, I didn't know you knew that. You know what I mean? Okay. You know what I mean? So like they can school you on stuff. Like after you deal with this person, your life is going to change, but like not in like a negative way. It's like it advances you. You evolve. You grow. You know what I mean? Maybe they give you more discipline. Maybe they give you more structure. This relationship will give you more of like something to build on. If it doesn't go long term for y'all, it's going to give you something to build on, to give you like real stability in your next connections, and they could possibly lead you to marriage. You know, this may be like the person that stands in the way of like getting you there, or the person who's going to be like the determining factor whether you get married. You know what I mean? Not saying that you marry them, but like this may be somebody who helps you guys get there and recognize like what you want in a long-term partnership or a long-term commitment. Because I'm getting wild card. This may be somebody who's like a wild card to y'all, where like they're not, because I got King of Wands. They're not really devoted. They may get player vibes. We got Queen of Wands, King of Wands. So they could normally be like a match to you guys. But you guys, either one of y'all aren't committed to like, or aren't really passionate about taking this connection further. You guys may not see the potential of it. You may not want to expand or grow on it, because you may not feel like it's beneficial, or you may not feel like it's going to turn out how you want it to. You know what I mean? You may feel like this person's just a player. This person's only out for self-gratification. You know what I mean? You may feel like they're a liar or gaslighter. You know, they may mix up your words a lot. So that might be also like, you know what I mean? Like if you blame them or say something to them, they got something to say back. Oh, no, that was you. You did this, that. And so you may not like that. Like like you guys have a lot of power struggles, if this is the thing. Because it's somebody who's popular and they're already kind of used to getting their way. If I'm really being honest. With the King of Wands in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune, they're used to getting their way. They're used to things going their way, or they're used to like, you know, turning up and getting up out of there if it ain't going the way I want it to. That's what I will say. They may have neck tats, or they may be heavily tatted. For some of y'all, if they're not heavily tatted, then this is just somebody who knows they look good. So they come off like arrogant and like cocky at times. Sometimes maybe too much for your own like liking. You may dislike that about them, but like they are attractive and they are an overachiever or a high achiever. Because the 10th house is somebody who's an overachiever. Don't matter what other sign is in there. That person's a high achiever. The sun's in there especially. But anyway, yeah, it's somebody who's probably been waiting on an opportunity to talk to y'all. Because we got Wheel of Fortune in reverse, 3 of Wands. They're waiting on an opportunity to like, you know what I mean? If you follow this person online, they don't be liking your content, or they don't be liking your posts like that. So you wouldn't be able to like see them in that light. Like this is somebody who's like, doesn't want to be a fan. they don't want to be a fan of yours. They're like, I'm not a fan. You know what I mean? They see themselves in this light where it's like, I can have any guy, any girl I want. They see themselves in that light because of their status, because of their popularity. So yeah. But anyway, dealing with this person, you're gonna feel like you VIP though. I will say that. You will feel like you special because I guess everybody don't get the chance with this person. Like, you know what I mean? Things don't always go how people plan it to with this person. They may be also possibly a come up. You know what I mean? Some of y'all just stay a short distance from you because the Three of Wands is here. So I'm gonna say that they may stay a short distance from y'all. I don't know. It's their vibe. Something about their vibe. You may not like they may be kind of like short sighted when it comes to like relationships and when it comes to like, I don't know, just the things that like you want to happen in a relationship or you want to happen in your connection. You know what I mean? So, and because it's the Wheel of Fortune reverse, sometimes it's like hit or miss when you guys interact with each other. It's not an everyday thing. You may want somebody who's more devoted, more passionate, like pressed, or like, you know what I mean, like pursuing you. Like they'll pursue you for a little bit, or at least like make their presence known, but like, you know what I mean? And they may talk for a little bit, but it's like kind of rushed out. Like this is somebody who kind of like, once I start talking to you, you need to be like making a decision whether you fit in like go this direction or not. Because if not, then this person will be like, all right, so, and you got 3 different people here. So you'll recognize that pattern because you got like 3 different people here who are going to do this. So if you miss it 3 different times this summer, that was your fault for being too self-possessed and not paying attention to the pattern. All right, so it could be a Sag, could be a Leo, could be Aquarius, could be a Scorpio, Cancer, Leo, Sag, Leo, Aquarius, Aries, Scorpio, Capricorn. Scorpio, Libra, Taurus. All right. They get bored really easy too. They may have a lot of options. So that might be why they like, once they say something and if you don't be acting like you like into that, or you don't seem like you super passionate, they don't play that. You not passionate about me? I'm gone. I got options. I got choices, babe. So some of y'all, they may have a harem, man or woman. They may have like, you know what I mean, people to pick from. So like, you know what I mean? It seems like they have more like a luxurious lifestyle too, or like a hedonistic lifestyle where they maybe drink the finest and, you know, smoke the finest, eat the finest, go to the nicest restaurants, be at the nicest places. You know what I mean? Accomplished. The 7 of Cups is also the cup of illusionary success, where they can have success, but like it may not be emotionally fulfilling. You know what I mean? Like maybe they have a bunch of options. Maybe they can sleep with whoever, be with whoever they want, but like it's not fulfilling them. You know what I mean? Maybe they're popular, maybe they're famous. It's not enough. Like it looks good on the outside, but it's not enough right now for them to like feel fulfilled. So they're looking for a connection, but like this is somebody who probably doesn't stay devoted when it comes to relationships. So y'all need to know that. Maybe the same for y'all too, Libra. Hey, what's up there, Tiffy? All right. So Libra. Who your summertime boo-boo be with? Summertime boo thing. Okay. So look at y'all. Y'all just be in there telling each other y'all love each other. You know, nobody have a chat like this. I promise. Nobody. All right. Ooh. So this could be an Aquarius, could be a Libra, could be a Sag. Some of y'all it's gonna be a long distance relationship because we got Aquarius and we got Sagittarius energy again. 11th house though. So some of y'all maybe somebody has a large following, has a large social network, does a lot of socializing. You know, they're very friendly, very communicative, very talkative, easy to get along with. You know what I mean? Some of y'all, they are foreign because of the Sagittarius energy, but they're not foreign. And this is somebody who's like always willing to get up and go, but they like having people with them. It's somebody who you're going to probably always want to have around too, or they're going to always want to have you around. Not in a clingy way, but like when they go somewhere, like maybe they get up and they want to ride, maybe they want to go on a trip, they want to take you with them. This is somebody who feels like you're aesthetically pleasing. And you're going to feel this way about this person. Like they're attractive too. You guys match each other's fly or match each other's like optimism and outgoingness, you know what I mean? And they're also like very hospitable. They're very hospitable. So they think about what you need too. While there's somebody who's like devoted and like passionate about what they want, they also be like, what you want? What you want, Libra? You want something too? You know what I mean? So it's maybe like, I go to the store, I get you something too. You like the Snicker ice cream bar? I get you one. What you like? You know what I mean? Like a little Debbie? What you like? I'll go get you something. You know what I mean? oh, I got me some seafood, I get you some too. They're generous in that light too. This is somebody who thinks about you in that light. They like to date too. So they like to go out and like dress up and, you know what I mean? And you look good to them. You know what I mean? And they gonna look good for you. They may not be your usual type though, because Aquarius showed up first. So that usually means that this could be like an innovative type of relationship. Maybe they're taller, maybe they're shorter, maybe they're thicker, maybe they're a single parent. I don't know, maybe they're older, maybe they're younger. You know what I mean? Aquarius gives me not your usual type in some way. You know what I mean? Maybe they're not the same spiritual belief as you. Anything. It could be anything. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just foreign. Like I said, foreign. Like you never dated a Jamaican. You never dated a, I don't know, Indian or West Indian. You never dated a, you know what I mean? You never dated a person from Australia. You know what I'm saying? Australia. Maybe you never dated somebody from there or something like that. But anyway, easy to get along with. That's what you will like about this person. You guys could talk. And they're very tolerant of your ways of doing things too. Like they don't want to cause trouble. They don't like to rock the boat either. So like if you want something to go a certain way, they're like, all right. So it could be Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Capricorn, Scorpio. All right. Some of y'all is gonna be a new experience, or it's like a past person. With the world here, it always means that you got multiple people. We got Knight of Cups, Four of Cups. So some of y'all, somebody who you guys rejected in the past, and this time they're injecting more passion. This time they're gonna be more persistent. And they're going to be trying to win you over because the Knight of Cups showed up first, Knight of Swords. So this is going to be somebody who's going to tell you whatever you want to hear this summer. They're going to probably spoil you. Like they're generous, but they're generous with a hidden motive. So this is somebody who's trying to get you guys to open up to them. They want to seduce you. This summer, this somebody wants to seduce y'all, win y'all over. They could also be like pretty, sometimes they clean up pretty nice. They could dress. They may have like their own little quirky style, I guess, or like their own little like, you know, fashionista sense. So they could have like their own little way of dressing. But I know what? This person be saying shit off the top of their head and not really like thinking about it. So that might be also something, because Knight of Swords could be somebody who talks like they be saying harsh shit and they don't think about it too much. They just be like just talking. You know what I mean? Like this is somebody who doesn't really try to appeal to what you want, but they do when they want something. So like they don't try to like cater to you until they want something. That is something that you may know about this person. So, and then when they want something, oh, they pour it on. Oh, they pour it on a whole lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like they'll pop up with the Applebee's with the, was it 5 for 20, or I don't know what it is no more. I haven't been to Applebee's in forever, but I know it used to be like a 2 for 20 or some shit like that. So maybe it's like that, or I don't know, whatever your little specials are. You know what I mean? Let's go for happy hour and type of shit like that. Like this is somebody who kind of wants to, they're spontaneous like that. Let's go for this. Let's go for that. You know what I mean? That's when they want to be romantic. That's when they want to be charming and flattering, when there's something that they want. You may feel like this person is moody with you at times. Like, you know, like, I don't know, they could be superficial and vain, because that Knight of Cups is a vain person too. So they could be superficial and vain. Like they may only like you because you're attractive, or they may only like you because you fit some type of aesthetic. You know what I mean? Like they kind of feel like you match their vibe. So that's really what it's about. Like you match my vibe, so we should like be together. We should, you know what I mean? And I don't know, you represent to them their hopes and wishes of like what relationships could be like, or what they're like. You fit the picture or mold of what their relationships or the partners they want to date look like. That's what I mean. So you fit the aesthetic or you fit the look for what their partners should look like. You know what I mean? So some of y'all, somebody who you guys rejected or rejected you in the past, but now there's somebody who feels like there's something that they could gain from you guys, or something. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. Possibly that they recently left a relationship before. That might be what it is. Possibly they left a previous relationship. Because it's somebody who seems to always need a relationship, if I'm really being honest. You know what I mean? Like they always have to have a partner. So they may be leaving from one relationship to dealing with you. You know what I mean? Or they're in between relationships where they still kind of deal with that person. You may be like to help them flow that person out of their life or some shit like that. Or they may be the person that's helping you flow somebody else out of your life or something like that. So it may be a relationship that kind of like seems like it's going nowhere, because of that Knight of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Cups in reverse. Like they just make it seem like it's going somewhere. You know, it may just be more like, I don't know, sexual, because of the Ace of Wands, 4 Cups. Like you guys may just more so like link up, hang out, and like, you know, spend time together, and, you know, maybe do mutual things. Maybe you guys have similar interests and like, you know, in mind, similar interests, maybe similar experiences. Like they kind of connect with you on that. But yeah, I kind of feel like it's a long distance relationship. Anyway, and they may travel to y'all too with the Sag energy. They may travel to y'all. So, or you may travel to them, or however it may work with y'all. So, All right, could be a Pisces, Sag, Cancer, Aries, Leo, Sag, Capricorn, Sag, Pisces, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Sag. All right. Scorpio. You said this is a positive read. I love that for you, Libra. It's positive all the way around. Even if I said that they fitting to cheat on you and not be faithful, it was a good read. You had the experience. Can't win them all in the way that you want to win them. All right, so Scorpio. Who's your summertime boo? Boo boo. Who is it? All right, so it's going to be somebody who you guys, it's going to increase the quality of life, but they're also going to want to be in a relationship. Again, this is going to be another person who likes being in relationships or likes being in connections. Could be a Taurus. So this may be more of like a comfortable lifestyle that you're going to live with this person during the summer. Maybe you guys spend a lot of time together, you know what I mean? Or like it builds up over time. It's maybe like a slow burn maybe. Taurus don't usually mean that, but like I kind of feel that way. Like this is somebody who empowers you and also enhances the quality of life, but like over time. They don't just be like giving it to you right away. You know what I'm saying? I missed it. I didn't even see what you said, enigmatic one. You like being seduced, Tiffany? You feel me? Me too. Me too. Tell me all the stuff I want to hear. I don't mind. I don't believe you anyway. But tell it to me anyway, because it always sounds good. Like y'all have these beautiful voices, and y'all just be telling the beautifulest lies, and I love it. I love it. You know what I mean? It's like watching Disney. I know that there is no such thing as Beauty and the Beast, but the storyline is good. You know what I mean? I like it. I don't mind it. Tell me what you want to tell me, dude. Tell me. All right, so it's gonna be somebody who's into like pleasurable experiences. They may also be very sexual or very sensual. So they may like to show their body off a lot, man or woman. You know, or they may like to show off their clothes a lot, their appearance a lot. It seems they have a strong body. Could be a Gemini. They have attractive body. You're gonna like that person for attractive body. You guys have mutual attraction too. It could be a Capricorn, could be a Leo. All right, so there's maybe somebody who wants to help you up or wants to build a relationship with you to create stability, security. You know what I mean? They want to build intimacy. It may be more of a sexual connection though, if I'm really being honest though. Most of y'all may be more of a sexual connection. But that does give like a sense of like stability or at least of like being reliable. So it's maybe like a consistent sexual partner y'all are having over the summer, you know what I mean? But like somebody who you can trust too, you know what I mean? And they are very territorial or protective over you guys. Like it's kind of like selfish, like you're mine, you're with me. So like this is somebody who like, even if you're just having casual, you're with them, you know what I mean? You're with them. That's somebody who like likes that. They like the foundation or like the consistency of the same partner. I will say that. So like they're not just sleeping around. They like the same partner. You know what I mean? Maybe you guys have, because whenever the lover shows up, it means that you guys usually have good sexual chemistry. You know what I mean? And a fair understanding of each other. And because Taurus is here, you guys probably share the same value system, the same value, same self-worth. You know what I mean? So you guys focus on the same things. You know what I mean? What increases the value of your life is the same thing that would increase the value of their life. You guys are on that same wavelength. All right. Anyway, they're going to want to combine time, forces, energy, resources with y'all. I don't know if you guys move in. That may not be the case, but maybe you guys are like around each other enough where it could seem like you move in. You know what I mean? Six of Wands. Yeah, so it may... yeah, so this may be somebody who's either they're low-key popular or this is somebody who doesn't know what to do with the attention that they be getting. You know what I mean? Like they may get a lot of attention or get attention, but don't really know what to do with it. It's one of the two. 10 of Wands. So you may feel like this person isn't really pressed either because they don't really seem to offer a whole lot throughout the summer. Like they're persistent, but like they're frugal. I got the 4 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, which gives like a 5 of Pentacles. So they're frugal. You may meet this person through other people too. Like you may meet them through friends of friends, or you may meet them in like similar interests, whatever you guys maybe do. You know what I mean? 10 of Wands is usually like, they don't have like a structured routine or a structured pattern yet. You guys haven't really laid a foundation yet, but that's what they would like to happen. There's also somebody who people be giving money to. I'm looking at the 4 of Pentacles and everybody's just giving this person money. They're giving the 4 of Pentacles is technically a landlord. So some of y'all, they may like, I don't know, maybe they have properties or businesses, like multiple businesses or something like that. Like this could be somebody who doesn't really do well with like obligations. They don't know how to be obligated. So that's why I don't feel like you guys are moving in, but they do want to have some type of foundation with you. So that might be kind of confusing. You know what I mean? And they're gonna be very persistent, tall. Some of you they're taller than you, or they're just like very like lanky, strong. You know what I mean? They kind of seem leanish. If not, this is somebody who's working on their body, their physical body. They may have like really nice arms, or yeah, like really nice arms, or like the way they wear their clothes just kind of like fit their body. It seems tailored to their body. You know, they've had some type of prominence or some type of like status for a while, whoever this is. I just know they're used to being given to. Yeah, you guys are probably gonna be stuck in this person's skin a lot, or they're gonna probably be like around you a lot. The world is here, which means you guys got opportunities or options when it comes to connecting. So I don't know. I don't know how that works, because this is somebody who's, like I said, the people that you're dealing with, if you have options, oh, the lovers can be a choices. So you may have to make a choice. You may have people like hitting on y'all. Y'all may have to make a choice about like who you want. You know what I mean? So the Page of Pentacles could also be a personal trainer, and the King of Wands is somebody who's a mentor, or like motivated, ambitious, or something like that. So they may be like very like driven to success, but like everybody else seems to maybe do all the work, or they don't have to put in a whole lot of effort to make money. So maybe they have like a very easy job or something like that, because they can kind of come off as arrogant and like, you know, expecting praise and validation, and you know what I mean? Like, this is somebody who likes when you praise them. They're gonna be looking for it, fishing for it. You know what I mean? And you may like it from this person too. Like, they're gonna be fishing for like, you know, praise and like recognition from you. So somebody's gonna try to get your attention by maybe becoming friends first, or doing something that they feel would help you get towards a goal, or get towards some type of like milestone, or get towards some type of, I don't know, finished product that you've been working on. If it's a relationship that you guys have been working on, then they're going to start trying to put some type of effort to try to repair it or rebuild it, or at least give it some type of leg to stand on. So I will say that. All right, so it could be a Taurus, could be a Leo, could be a Libra Taurus, could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, Leo, Aquarius, Capricorn, Leo. Hey, y'all, look, it's the Four of Pentacles. It's the Sun in Capricorn. Did y'all know that? It is the Sun in Capricorn, y'all. Ah! All right. Anyway. Sagittarius. What's up, Shay? So, Sagittarius. It's going to be a summertime boo-boo. We're going to see. Summertime boo thing. All right, so 12th house. If it's not somebody who, oh, goddamn. If it's not somebody you guys already had a connection with, then it's going to be somebody who you guys are going to have like an unspoken bond with. They may just unexpectedly come into your life and be very aggressive, and they may feel very familiar to you, like you've already experienced this connection with this person before. Could be an Aquarius, could be an Aries, could be a Scorpio, could be Pisces. Again, because Aquarius is here, this may not be your usual type, or this is something like the dynamic is not your usual dynamic. All right, like they may be more aggressive. Like if it's a woman, she's more aggressive. She's maybe more physically fit. She's maybe more assertive. You know what I mean? She's maybe more ambitious, or more of a go-getter, or she's just like, even if she's not more ambitious than you, she's just maybe more ambitious than the females around her. You know what I mean? They stand out in some way. Like, there's somebody who stands out, and if some of y'all may have uncertainty about the partnership between y'all. You know, because maybe this person has like a certain pattern of behavior that they kind of like keep doing. They can be stubborn in that way, where like they expect things to go how they want them to go. So that might also be maybe what kind of rubs y'all the wrong way. But you guys may just feel like, well, I don't know why I keep dealing with this person. Maybe it's because they're very sexually attractive, because Mars could be somebody who has a lot of sexual energy. So they may have like a lot of, you know, sexual energy. They may have like, what do you call it, a high sex drive, or a high libido. So some of y'all, they may be working out. This may be somebody who works out because they have high libido. You know what I mean? Like people who be working out, they just be horny and hungry all the time. Horny, hungry, and tired all the time. You know what I mean? So this may be somebody who's like that. They're very impulsive too. They may have been, I don't know, if they were like, I got the King of Swords here, which kind of was giving me, King of Swords isn't normally somebody who was in the army, but like Mars gives me like somebody who maybe went to war at one time, or was in a combat zone, or they like, or maybe they're like a combat fighter. Like they may be into like maybe MMA or Taekwondo, or jujitsu or BJJ, which is, I think that's jujitsu, right? I don't know. But they could be into something like that. You know what I mean? Like they're aggressive in that light. You know, even if they're not necessarily a physical fighter, they are pretty like protective and territorial over the people that they're attracted to. So even if you guys haven't talked, because sometimes that 12th house could be connections where we really haven't talked about this. It's just there. Like we have this inkling that you and I could maybe be more, but like maybe we haven't talked about it. If you have talked about it, this is somebody who you guys keep repeating the pattern of. So it may be just more like, I don't know, a sexual connection. It could be a public official or public figure, because I got the chariot here, so they could be a public figure. They're humble, like they're not overly arrogant. They're confident, but they're also humble. You know what I mean? They also may have a very nice vehicle, so that might be how you know them. Or they have a prominent position in society where people know them. You know what I mean? Maybe for being very masculine or being very driven or being very motivated, having a lot of willpower, having a lot of strength. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Being a self-starter. They don't need other people to, like, you know, motivate them, or they don't need other people to inspire them. They can just do it for themselves. All right, so I got Cancer. Anyway, it's going to be somebody who's going to pose a significant event in your life, even if this isn't like long-term. I don't really get a vibe of long-term because I got 10 of Swords here. So it may kind of go very quickly, then end too. But you guys kind of like, maybe like, it won't hurt if it ends. Like, because maybe you kind of like see it coming in a way. Like you may kind of view that this person only wants sex or only wants you because of like popularity or because of status or something like that. You know what I mean? But like you may not feel like it's wrong in a way. 6 of Cups. Yeah, you just may feel like they're home. You just may feel comfortable with this person. So it's maybe like at a party or a get together, or the 6 of Cups could be like a party or like somebody who you've had good times with before. You have fond memories of. So if it's a past person, you have fond memories of this person. And that might be why you guys just kind of like, you know what I mean? Kind of put up with this shit, with maybe their uncertainty, with maybe the disruption of the relationship. Like if the relationship ended, like, because the 10 of Swords is here. So it could be a relationship that ended or was a little bit stressful, or, you know, repeated the same pattern that you've already had before, but like, shit, we comfortable. I like the sex, or I find them like sexually attractive. You know what I mean? So, you know, you may kind of like deal with them because of that. But there's also somebody's going to bring to your attention your limited patterns or your limited beliefs, the stuff that you always keep doing that doesn't get you to where you want to go. They're going to be calling that out. So that's why this person is bringing a significant change into your life, because there are probably places where you should have been taking action that you haven't, but this person is going to be that. So you'll have a lot of uncomfortable conversations over the summer with this person. You know what I mean? A lot of uncomfortable conversations. They'll help you move past some type of obstacle or some type of blockage you were having. It could just be mental, like where you hold yourself back or you keep hindering or keep running into the same, you know what I mean, same trials and tribulations. You keep running into the same issues or same type. Even if it's not a past person, it's a person who's going to play out a similar pattern that you've already experienced that you haven't gotten past yet because of a certain belief or a certain way that you believe things to be, which could be unrealistic because of Piscean way. You know what I mean? So whoever this is bringing that to your attention. Like, the way you're doing stuff is not going to get you what you're looking for. You know what I mean? So if you're looking for a long-term commitment, this person is going to bring it to your attention that you're doing it the fuck wrong. And they may say it that way too, because they're aggressive that way. You know what I mean? They also talk in certain, not circles, but they talk in like they kind of like beat a dead horse at times. Like, you keep repeating this. Why the fuck you keep reiterating this? Why you keep saying that dumb shit? You know what I mean? So you may feel this way about this person. Could be a Capricorn, could be a Gemini, could be an Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Scorpio, Cancer, Scorpio, Leo, Capricorn, Sag, Pisces. That's a hot, cold connection. I'm telling y'all, it'd be hot and cold. One day they're really emotional, wanting to live in your skin and wanting to be all up over you and obsessing about you and finding you to be the most desirable, and you're really pushing for it. And then the next day, again, like, who was that for? I said that for. Was that for Cancer? I think it was. I don't know, but they kind of give that vibe. But like, you may have issues at times communicating with this person because they shut down really quick and they'll move on really quick too. Like, they do have an ego, but it's not like overly arrogant. Like, this is somebody who likes to hold themselves in high esteem. So if things aren't going to work the way I would like them to work, or if we're having complications and we keep having the same issues, fuck this shit, I'm gone. You may feel this way or they may feel this way, but then with the 12th house, you guys come back around. So like over the summer, you guys may fall out, then get back together, then fall out, then get back together, then fall out. Each time you guys improve or you get better each time because of that. So it's just like they're just too cool or too like, I don't know, you'll have a lot of fun with this person. You'll just enjoy being around this person. They may have kids or just give like that feeling of like your childhood. So that might be also what you like about this person. They remind you of like the best times. You know what I mean? Like maybe you had a relationship like this and it was a great time. This person resembles that same time, like same type of energy. Like, oh, I've had fun before like this, or I had a partnership that made me feel like this before. I'm so glad they're here. It's that. You know what I mean? So yeah. And like I said, if it's a past person, they feel like you guys have unfinished business and they want to reconcile, give you the attention and the validation or the approval that they feel like you deserve now. So any of that. Anyway, so Aries, Scorpio, Gemini, Capricorn, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sag, Pisces, Leo, Libra, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Aries, Scorpio. I love a little peanut butter sandwich. That's my shit. You said this sucks staying in the house with the kids this summer. What? I'll be right outside. Look, let me get them for you. See, man, don't you worry. I'll get them for you. You stay in the house this summer. I got you. Don't worry. Don't worry. I got your back. Oh, I didn't do these ones yet. All right, so Capricorn. Who your summertime boo thing gonna be? All right, come on, let's get a good one. Who is it? Second house. We got somebody with money. We got somebody with money. And this has to do with money in the second house. If not, somebody who has a lot of sense of self-worth. They value themselves. They value their time. They're practical. They're methodical. Could be a Taurus. Could be a Libra. Somebody who probably wants to build a relationship with y'all. Like long-term, possibly. Because the second house and the seventh house, you guys share the same values. They're easy to get along with. They're very harmonious. They're very hospitable. You'll like this person. So they could probably be generous at times, too. This is somebody who's going to be looking for reciprocation, though. So, like, if they're generous with you, they expect you to be generous with them. All right. Could be, either they're thicker body, like they have a thicker body, or they have a slimmer body, because it's Libra and Taurus. They're aesthetically pleasing because Libra and Taurus is Venusian energy. So whoever this is attractive, you know what I mean, physically, and the way that they dress and the way that they carry themselves. They have a lot of self-respect, you know what I mean, and they expect that from their partners. You know what I mean? So this is somebody who you guys will be getting equal give and take from if you want to be in a relationship. Could be a Cancer, could be a Gemini. They may be also nervous around you, or they deal with like, maybe they have like a weird sleep schedule. So that might be, or they work like overnight, or they work, or they get up really early. Either they get up really early, or they have a weird ass sleep schedule, or they work overnight. Something like that. But anyway, you guys may come to an agreement about like the status of the relationship, where it can go, all right, or how far it can go. It's somebody who works. They work. They budget pretty good. Could be a Capricorn. So some of y'all is maybe somebody you guys detached from or freed yourself from. Like maybe it was like you guys had a toxic bond with them or a toxic connection with them, or you're gonna view this person as possibly being toxic. They may have addictions that maybe they're working through or they've gotten out of, possibly, because the devil sometimes can be like somebody who has addictions, but maybe they're getting out of it or they're releasing them. Like they may be currently in the process of releasing them, which could be anything like overeating, smoking, drinking, too sexual. Like this is somebody who respects themselves now, so they've gotten rid of some type of addiction. I don't know what it may be, but they've cleansed themselves or rid themselves of something. All right. They also are very materialistic too, because that second house in the devil, they are materialistic. So maybe that's what they're trying to get out of, being very materialistic. All right. We got the Tower here too, very spontaneous. Okay. This is somebody who overreacts a lot too. They're over the top. Hold on, y'all. I got this ground beef in my. That's why I've been messing with my teeth. Oh. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yo, this whole time I did not have that mic on and nobody said nothing. Damn. That's crazy. Nobody knew though, huh? Anyway, this person probably want to keep you guys around for security. like you guys have the same values that they would want in a long-term partnership. So that's what I will say. They may be a cigar smoker, so maybe it's weed. Maybe they smoke weed, or they smoke cigars, like Michael Jordan or some shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. I get smoker. Like probably chain smoker or chimney, smoking like a chimney. They may smoke a lot. All right. You may also run into this person unexpectedly, or just have some type of weird breakthrough with this person. Could be a Pisces, could be an Aquarius, could be a Sag, or a Capricorn, Scorpio, Leo. It gives me past person. If not, this is giving me somebody who you guys are just going to feel comfortable with. Like, you know, safe, feel like you're seen. Some of y'all, they may have kids. I got stay-at-home dad, so it could be a stay-at-home parent. So they may have kids or be a single parent in some way. They give like a real relaxed, chill vibe. Like it's easy to get along with, easy to hang out with. You know, maybe they could be a little younger too, but also get older because of the King of Cups. So it could also be older, but I kind of get like a younger vibe. You know what I mean? So it's maybe like a playboy, playgirl vibe. They may kind of give off like a fuck boy or ex-fuck boy or ex-fuck girl vibe. Like they used to be a hoe, or they used to get around, or, you know what I mean? It kind of seemed like they had some type of sexual experience. I don't know if they have or not, but it gives it, like if they had kids, then they had to have had sexual experience. You know what I mean? So it kind of gives that vibe of like they've been around the block at some point. You know what I mean? So this somebody's gonna come into your life as like a whirlwind. They're gonna shake things up in your life too. So this summer, this is gonna be somebody who's gonna probably get you guys to act bad, get you guys to act out in certain ways that you normally wouldn't have. But you know, you'll look good doing it. In some, I don't know how you're gonna look good doing it. Could be an Aries Scorpio, could be a Scorpio Leo, Cancer Pisces Scorpio, Capricorn Leo. They got control issues. So this is somebody who gives with the motive. Because the King of Cups in reverse can be generous, but like he's generous because he wants you to feel that he either cares more or that he doesn't care as much as he does. I think this is somebody who wants you to care more about them than they care about you. So that might be also like part of like the relationship. Like they care, but they want to know that their partner cares more than they do. You know what I mean? So man or woman, they want like a partner that like is more obsessed with them. This could be an obsessive partner because of the devil. This could be an obsessive partner, but it could sometimes be like a gaslighter or a love bomber at times. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, you said that's transactional love. Michaela, I don't know any woman that isn't living a transactional life. Very rarely the women live not transactional. You know what I mean? So if this is a guy, he's just catching up to the trend. You know what I mean? So that might be what it is. Maybe they detach from a certain way. They got control issues. That's what I will say. King of Cups, they're controlling. You know what I mean? Because they're like they're emotionally manipulative at times. Like they know what you need. They know how you feel. They know how to work it against you. Because the devil is somebody who can empower themselves with the stuff that they feel like you need or that you're obsessed with. Like they kind of find your little string, your little invisible string that makes you do what they want you to do, or that makes you feel like, you know what I mean? Like you have to be with them. Yeah, they do that. They could be probably really nasty too. Because the devil, when it comes to relationships or when it comes to like partnerships, this is somebody who's very sexual, very materialistic, but they give you the stuff that you really want. You know what I mean? And the stuff that you feel like you can't go without. You know what I mean? Whatever that may be. Maybe they buy you Louis, Gucci. I don't know. If you smoke, if they buy you that. If you drink, they buy you that. If you like to eat, they buy you that. You know what I mean? Like this is somebody who can be that way. Like, all right, very spontaneous. I was about to say spontaneity. So very spontaneous. All right, they could be a drinker though. Some of y'all, if they're not a smoker, they're a drinker. You know what I mean? They just kind of fly off the handle at times. So they could maybe be a little rageful at times, like maybe get angry or just kind of blow up out of nowhere, then like detach, and then you guys make up again. So it's maybe like very some of y'all may be very toxic. Very toxic. They just may be very good. Like, I don't know, you just maybe like have good vibes with this person. Really just enjoy being around them. Maybe they're just really sexual. Maybe they're very generous. I don't know. You may just like having this person around. I don't know. It's just like a good time. Even though they be doing all this bullshit, because it seems like they be doing a bunch of bullshit. Even though they do a bunch of bullshit, or even though like they're like, I don't know, it falls apart often. It kind of feels like it falls apart often, but y'all just like stay in touch or stay connected. So, all right, C-Mac, take it easy, man. All right, yeah. Some of y'all, they could have recently just had a new baby, possibly. That may be also how you know this person. Or maybe some of y'all, that's what they want. Because sometimes the devil could be somebody who tries to attach themselves to keep you around. You know what I mean? Like, it could be toxic in that light, where it's like, I got to keep you around. You know what I mean? And they may use the baby, because the strength is in reverse with somebody who wants to control you guys. And then we got the Hierophant in reverse, which could mean that you guys have a non-traditional relationship. A non-traditional relationship, and they may use the baby or use kids to tie you guys in together. You know what I mean? So, or they could use business to tie you guys in. Like, that might be how you guys interact with each other at first. Maybe it's business or some type of exchange or some type of similar interest. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what you'll find this person to be sexually attractive or sexually desirable in some way. And I say in some way, so I don't know. Maybe some of y'all they may just have more money, and you'd be like, okay, that's cool. They may not be like the most sexually attractive for some of y'all, but for some of y'all they are. You know what I mean? But like, they do the job, they do what needs to be done. So it could be a Taurus, could be a Libra, could be a Capricorn, could be an Aries, Scorpio, Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. Yeah, Aries. All right. Hold on one more time, y'all. I gotta turn this food off. Light it up. Okay, we back. Who's there? I ain't got no time to waste, and I'm not here to try to fix him, man. You could fix him if you want to. Don't act like that, norms. You could fix him if you want to. All right. What's up, Sierra? Now see Marie, you always be saying that. You be saying we all grown and aware of what we do and how we act. That's what we all say. Till somebody having to stand up and handle your problems. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, I'm just a girl. But you a grown ass girl doing dumb ass shit from time to time, like humans do. You feel me? All right, so what's up, Rocky? All right, so Aquarius, this is gonna be somebody you guys are fated to meet this summer. All right, you guys will be fated in a fated partnership too. So some of y'all could be friends to lovers. Usually it's seventh house. Seventh house could be sometimes somebody you guys are fated to marry. If not, it's somebody who's fated to be a significant partner or significant relationship. You know what I'm saying? Cause Kim, cause I love y'all. So I always like I tell y'all like I would have told my sister, like I would have told any other woman that I like care about. Stop being on your bullshit, cause you are not perfect. And if you really look at it from our perspective as well, it's an investment and a risk at times dealing with women, because no matter how well she's doing, at some point she's very emotionally immature. Even if she's like emotionally like sound with you, there's always gonna be some point where you're like, God damn it, oh yeah, she's a woman. You know what I mean? Because y'all have those moods. Men be having moods too from time to time, but you know it's more natural for a woman to have fluctuating moods. You know what I mean? And as a man, even you as a woman, women don't like other women with moods. So just think about it as a man. You be like, oh my gosh, I gotta put up with her shit today. Oh my gosh, we were just good yesterday. We were just good 2 hours ago. You get what I'm saying? So, but anyway, it's gonna be somebody you guys are probably maybe have a friendship with, maybe do joint endeavors with, do business with. They're very negotiable, very easy to get along with, very communicative too. Could be a Libra, could be an Aquarius, Scorpio, Capricorn. Somebody else can be a past person because I just seen the world in reverse. So it's somebody you guys are probably fated to meet up again because the world in reverse. So you guys are gonna have probably a chance again. These could be past people too because it's the world. So world usually means past experiences. You know what I'm saying? He said, Kim, don't listen. He wants to fix men. I don't want y'all to fix men. I don't want y'all to fix men. I'm saying be okay if men don't want to fix you when you are at your highest. That's all I'm saying. You don't never got to fix nobody. I don't ever feel like you should fix anybody, man or woman. I'm just saying, like, you know, give grace where you would like grace. Because if you don't get it, if you're not giving it, why would you receive it? You know what I mean? This is somebody who's like that for Aquarius because Libra energy. This is somebody who likes that reciprocal energy. So don't do to this person what you don't want done back to you because they're going to do that. That's what Libra is. This is somebody who likes to balance the scale. So if you get petty, they get petty. If you share with me, I share with you. If you ghost me or get silent, I get silent with you. This is somebody who likes to keep things balanced. They like to make sure that there's checks and balances. You got to treat me how I treat you. But anyway, this is somebody who's part of your purpose or somebody who, like I said, you guys are fated to meet. It's a future-orientated relationship. So it's going to help you guys with partnerships or help you guys learn how to compromise or help you guys maybe see each other's perspectives. You guys may be helping each other see each other's perspectives. I think that's what it is. Okay, could be fools. So this may be somebody who you guys is viewing as a risk. And so, or they're just like very like outgoing, maybe adventurous, you know, very like, I don't know, spontaneous in the way that they approach you. So this may be somebody you guys either randomly run into, like as a past person, you may just randomly run into this person again, or like and start up a conversation because you're fated to meet them. So at some point, something out of the blue is going to happen between y'all. All right, so 6 of Wands. So this is somebody who you guys are they're going to pick. It's a past person or past people. I'm telling y'all, it's past people, but they're meant to be in your life. So maybe it was just bad timing if it's past in the past in some way. This is somebody who needs your likes your attention, likes your validation. If they don't get your attention or they don't get your approval or they don't get like if they don't have your full focus on them, just somebody who gets a little bit distant or they feel like, I don't know, they get it's a Queen of Swords, so this could just mean that they just don't like it. Let me just say that, for lack of better words, they don't like it. You don't give them their attention and like, you know, you're not acknowledging them or, you know, maybe flattering them or like fawning all over them. They don't like that. They don't like that. So, but this is somebody who may act like they don't care. And then Queen of Swords is somebody who's vindictive. So it's going right back to what I was just telling y'all. They're vindictive. They go right back to like, so if you don't talk to them, if you get distant, so will they. You know what I mean? Like they like to keep things equal, fair, man or woman. You need to treat me like I treat you. You need to do me how I do you. You know what I mean? So they may be into like horses or like equestrian, or maybe they were once into that, or maybe they from like an area where there's like wild horses. Maybe I get them like being like a roamer or like a renegade, out, just ready to go, ready to do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they like experiences, they like new experiences. You know, this could be somebody who's maybe like into cutting edge technology. So maybe they like mess with like computers or something like that, or they do stuff like this online or some shit, or they do something that's like, I don't know, cutting edge in a way. They like to go their own way. That's what I will say. Whoever it is, they like to do things their own way. So they don't really try to conform or fit in with other people. They have this little aesthetic, this like unusual aesthetic. It's unusual. So maybe like they wear like high socks and, you know, I know guys that be wearing like the wristbands and shit and the headbands and shit, the sweatbands and shit. Like, why are you still wearing this like your AI in the early 2000s? Get your shit together, bro. But you know, they may do, I don't know, they may have like their own little style. All right. Now, some of y'all, this is somebody who gets a lot of attention but doesn't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? They can still maybe be jaded from a previous relationship. If it's a past person who you guys aren't talking with or communicating with like that, then they feel a little bit like resentful that they haven't heard from you, that you didn't decide to pick up conversation, that you didn't continue replying back or something like that. Or it could sometimes be like the words that you said to them. Like this could be somebody who complains a lot. They always like, I don't know, they could be like a Debbie Downer at times, but also optimistic about like new experiences or optimistic about the relationship between you. Like they may talk negative or talk like, you know, like they don't believe in love or like they don't believe in the connection going anywhere, but at the same time, they also kind of see hope or see potential of it going somewhere. Maybe being marriage, maybe being boyfriend, girlfriend, something. They figure that you guys could come to some type of conclusion or some type of compromise if you guys were to communicate or take a risk. So I guess, like I said, some of y'all may run into this person again, or they're gonna create an opportunity because we got the Magician here. So some of y'all, they may have a social media platform because of the World and the Magician. So they may have a social media platform, or they just have like skills and abilities, talents that allow them to kind of like come and go as they please. So maybe that's the type of money that they're able to make too, or that's the type of lifestyle that they live, where they just kind of like make things happen at will. Like maybe they want to travel, so maybe they work a job, maybe they like do, I don't know, they just figure out how to make it happen. That's what I'm trying to say. Somebody who figures out how to make it happen. And because North Node shows up, this could be a relationship that's considered to be challenging, but also rewarding. You know what I mean? And it's only challenging because it takes you outside your comfort zone and it gets you to like explore and experience versions of yourself. It takes you to your higher, what do you call it? They take it to a higher level. You, yourself, you evolve to a higher level because of the connection. You know what I mean? Maybe you learn skills and abilities that you didn't know you had. Like this is somebody who's very gifted, very talented. We got the Magician and the Temperance. Could be a Sag. I kind of feel like they're foreign, or just like they give like a otherworldly. Like this person does not seem to be like everybody else. They don't do shit like everybody else. They pride themselves on not being like everybody else. So they intentionally do stuff to stand out. And if you don't acknowledge them for standing out, they'll never forget it. Or if you don't give them the like validation or approval, you know what I mean, that they expect from you, you'll never forget it. They'll never let that go. They'll always hold on to that grudge. So some of y'all, somebody who's still holding on to a grudge, maybe regrets, maybe not speaking up, maybe regrets not replying, or regrets not keeping the communication, lines of communication open between y'all. So it could even be playing out that way too. But they want to come to some type of agreement. So Virgo, Gemini, yeah, Five of Swords in reverse. So they're going to want to talk it out, clear the air. Whoever this is wants to talk to you guys. We know what they don't like. They don't like you guys being single, or they don't like you guys doing whatever you're doing. You're looking really good or really attractive to this person. They may be very single themselves too, though, because they got the Nine of Pentacles. So whoever says is somebody who's doing pretty well by themselves. You know, they may look like they have it all together already. They could look like they can take care of themselves. They may look like they're like happy and content, single. But this is also somebody who's questioning whether they want to give that up to be in a connection with you, or whether they want to give all that they have going on right now to, like, you know, be in a connection. They kind of feel like you're meant to be in their life, but they also kind of wonder, like, I don't know. Like, is this what I really want? Do they feel the same way I feel? You know what I mean? And they kind of like prideful about like holding a conversation with you or initiating conversation. But some of y'all are just going to take a random ass risk and just try to talk to you, because Five of Swords can be clear in the air too. So they may just kind of talk to you, but they're going to create an opportunity to be able to be in your space. If this is like in person, then this is somebody who you guys have, I was going to say, maybe you have to translate, or there's like complications talking to this person. Maybe you guys talk in passing, because it may seem like this person kind of comes and goes as they please, or like they're really random with their schedule or some shit. So like you guys maybe you don't see them often, but I guess there's going to be a time where you guys are going to see each other and have to talk it out. Maybe it's on a trip. Maybe they take a trip to you. Maybe you take a trip to them. Or you just randomly run into each other and then have a talk. You know what I mean? Like this may be somebody who you guys get mixed signals from, where like one day they want to be single, but they also kind of get the vibe of like wanting to rush and jump into a relationship with you. You know what I mean? They seem to be doing really well with this Nine of Pentacles. This is somebody who's prosperous and abundant. They may have also inherited some type of money or inherited some type of status, or through this person, you may inherit money or status or a skill set that you didn't know that you had, like abilities that you didn't know that you could hone in on. They're going to help you with that. All right. They don't also, what you need to know, do not criticize this person. I mean, you can criticize them. I'm not going to tell you not to, but they don't do well with it. Because like if you criticize them, or if you like, sometimes if you, I don't know. Sometimes if you have certain confrontations with this person, they'll just let go. they get distant. This is more like an avoidant type of person. This is somebody who is comfortable single, and like, you know, they don't mind being single. It's the eligible bachelor or bachelorette. They can catch a partner. That's not an issue. You know what I mean? I guess it's just that there's a certain way this person likes to be loved. And if you're not like fitting into that mold in some way, or you're not like willing to do things that are uncomfortable to you, then they don't want that. They'll go off to another adventure or try something new. But you guys got choices because we have the world. So you guys, you know what I mean? We got the world again at the Nine of Pentacles. You got the world, so there's experiences. These are gonna be past experiences, but these are past experiences for you to like test what you've learned since then. You know what I mean? So maybe you've done some deep reflection. Maybe you've observed other things. Maybe you've had other other connections or other relationships where you like, you know what I mean? You've talked to people. This is an opportunity for you guys to negotiate. Should you decide to? If you don't want to negotiate, fuck it. Don't gotta negotiate. All right. So it could be a Libra, could be an Aries, could be Aquarius, could be a Virgo, could be a Gemini, could be Aquarius, could be a Libra, could be Taurus, Virgo, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Capricorn. Okay, good night there, Kimmy. Thanks for being here. Okay, Pisces. Pisces, we made it. We made it. Okay. That was me. That was me, Rude. I said, I'm his good, so I don't give a fuck. I'm him forever because you never had a real one for me. You know, real ones come. Dime a dozen. Dime a dozen. You know what I mean? There's only one Oprah, though. There's only one of those. While we are special, sometimes we be like, we imagine that we have more impact in people's lives. We always do have an impact at some point, but like, you know, you can't guarantee that you would be the last and only real one. You know what I mean? I like to imagine I'm the realest one that they ever dated. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, maybe there's somebody a little realer. Maybe one day they met God. It's possible. All right, so Pisces, who is this? Is somebody who's going to be aggressive about either gaining some type of closure about the relationship, or would you say, who's Ed? Who is Ed? You said, Lord, give me a less arrogant man. Yeah, I believe you on that. You might need a man that is less arrogant. That might be useful in some ways. It's going to be somebody who's very confident. You're going to like this person's physical appearance, whoever this person is. See, maybe you know this person from your childhood, because the 12th house and the first house could be people that we've known since forever. You know what I mean? Or we have some type of bond. Maybe we haven't gone past a certain point, but we just know that we're connected. You know what I'm saying? You say you would be pulling on my energy. That'd be true. You know, sometimes people pull on your energy. They don't, you know what I mean? They don't want nothing. Like, I know you've had people come back into your life and still do the same dumb shit that they did before, which is probably why I'm saying this, because 12th house can sometimes be people who come back in your life and repeat the same pattern. You guys keep going back over that same pattern all over again, but you just find them to be attractive, physically attractive. You know what I mean? And because this person initiates, you know what I mean? And you guys may already kind of feel like you guys have this bond that goes outside of physical. You just may let this person keep coming back around. All right, so this is somebody who will sacrifice for you. That's what you'll like about this person. But also, you may sacrifice for this person too. It's going to be a healing connection. I will say that. Even if it's an ending or somebody who's trying to get closure, it's a healing connection whenever they're around. Because you get to like indulge in a part of yourself that maybe you didn't really like acknowledge at one point or weren't really aware of. All right, so this, to some of y'all, this may be a dream partner. You know what I mean? Because they're protective, they're territorial, they're driven, they're confident about like, I'm gonna say providing, or they're confident about like the way that they indulge in a relationship. Like they're quite sure that they would like leave this impact on your life. All right, so we got Aries, we got Pisces. Again, this is somebody who sometimes can't see where they're wrong though. I do feel like that. This may be somebody you guys are ignoring right now because of the 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords in reverse. You guys may have moved on from this person. Some of y'all may have lived with this person at one time or shared a household together, or they've been to your house before. This may be somebody who was selfish and only looked at you guys as a trophy if it's a past person. If it's a new person, then this is somebody who's looking at you as a trophy or looking at you as like an accomplishment, temporary satisfaction. You know what I mean? So this may be somebody who, they kind of give this vibe of being indifferent. You know what I mean? Because maybe they've recently had a broken heart or a relationship that ended. Because I got the 5 of Swords now, where they have conflict. Because the 2 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. So they may be having conflict about whether to move this connection forward, because maybe you guys keep repeating the same pattern over and over and over and over again. So they may be kind of like unsure, like, do I want to do this again? Because every time we do this shit, we get right back into that same funky ass pattern. I'll be tired of her ass with this shit, or tired of his ass with that shit. You know what I'm saying? But they still find you attractive. They like you for your natural personality, your natural tendencies. Whatever you do regularly without thinking about it, like on autopilot, whatever you do on autopilot, they like it. They just like it. Right? Could be a Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, Capricorn. No, Pisces, Sag, Aries, Libra. Oh yeah, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All right. So anyway, this somebody who has nice eyes or attractive eyes. So that's how you may know them as well. I said Sag, Pisces. I think I did. Yeah, they have attractive eyes. And this is somebody who be like, so whenever you guys talk, this is somebody who be having like a lot of harsh truths that they be trying to express. So there's maybe somebody who's trying to get under your skin, to like try to make you feel feelings for them again. So they're trying to get some type of effect from you emotionally. Some of y'all by ignoring you. Whoever is this may be trying to ignore you to try to get you to care more, or try to get you to feel like hurt that maybe they're moving on or moving away, or, you know what I mean? Like this is somebody who's like, I don't know. They're not really satisfied with the relationship. They want you guys to either move in together, live together, or they want maybe marriage, or they want, I don't know, something. They want you to maybe be around on a regular. I kind of get that vibe. Like they want you to be around on a regular. Now, some of y'all, you can just have blocked this person, but maybe you're about to unblock this person if that's the case. Or maybe they blocked you, but now they about to unblock you. But if it's a newer person, this is somebody who you guys are going to automatically feel drawn to, or automatically feel there's a connection to. You're going to find them attractive at first sight. Like, oh, this person's attractive. I like this person. But you may act indifferent towards them, or act like you don't see them at first. Or they're going to act that way with you, where they act like they're not watching you. They're not paying attention. Like if they follow you on social media, they may not watch your stories at first. You may not see them in your likes at first. And then maybe a little bit at a time they will. Because this is somebody who's like, I don't know, they're confident in their position in society at this moment. So they may have a reputation, or have like a decent job or something like that, or a great career. So some of y'all, they could be in like maybe police, law enforcement, or more like a public servant. Maybe even work a factory job, or work a job that maybe requires them to drive a lot, or work a job that, like, I don't know, it seems to be people-based is what I will say. The job that they work seems to be people-based. I mean, like, what job is not people-based? Like, what job could you ever have that's not people-based? I don't know. But anyway, Ace of Cups gives like a new love. If not, this could be a emotionally fulfilling connection. Like you guys could settle down. I guess if you guys could talk about it, because the Five of Swords and the Three of Swords gives me like we have to have an emotional conversation, or we have to really talk about our feelings. Like maybe this is somebody who's trying to give you guys closure, but has issues speaking about their feelings, talking about what really be on their mind or on their heart. Like they have an issue being vulnerable. You know what I mean? And this may be somebody who you may have that same problem with. Like saying saying the truth, or saying things that could be hurtful, or like, you know what I mean, kind of putting it out there. Like you guys may have that issue with this person. Something about them may like make you not want to hurt this person's feelings. So you may not say the things that you need to say, and that might be why you guys keep repeating the same pattern. You know what I mean? Or they may not say the things that they need to say, so that's why you guys keep repeating the same pattern. That's one of those. You should. I change mine every 6 months. What y'all change every 6 months? Say the thing about changing my number. Y'all change your numbers that much? Dang, y'all better get some better people in y'all lives. Y'all better start dating like earth signs or air signs, because they don't mind like ignoring you guys. Y'all be dealing with the fire signs and the water signs. They always got something to say. Water signs and fire signs always have something to say. No matter what, it could be months later, days later, something hits them in their heart, and they just need to express it. And this may be this type of person too, because we do got it. I mean, they're air signs, but I got air signs here, so that's possible. This could be an air sign that's very emotional, who probably has stuff to say. They don't like to be emotional, is what I'm trying to tell y'all. They like to try to keep themselves in this high light. They like to be viewed as like respectable, you know what I mean? And like nothing really sways them, or nothing really bothers them. But deep down, you really be like bothering them at times. You really be like cutting them to their soul, and they don't know how to like get it out. You know what I mean? So Maybe because they're not used to being ignored, or they're not used to like you know what I mean, they're not used to people not wanting to talk to them or not wanting to like, you know, keep conversation going with them. So they don't know what to do with that. They're like, I'm not used to that. Like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? You've been talking, or I'm used to people saying whatever. So like that's what it is. So it's somebody who maybe at one time overlooked you guys, or overlooked like the potential of the relationship, but they're gonna probably start putting a lot more effort in. But it's from a selfish perspective, because they're looking at like what you would do to make them feel good, not necessarily like they imagine a relationship, but the relationship is imagined from like what would make them happy, opposed to like what would make both of you happy. You know what I mean? They may also have like these traditional values, and y'all know how I feel about those. For some of y'all, that may be good for you. You know what I mean? It may be good for y'all. So. Could be an Aries, could be a Pisces, Libra, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Sag, Virgo, Gemini, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All right. They also may wear uniforms. Maybe somebody who wears a uniform or usually has like the same type of clothes on. I don't know what that means. So the same type of clothes on at some point, in some way. So maybe it's like really like, maybe it's like sweatpants and or like a nightgown or some shit, or I don't know, like a, you know what I mean, like overalls or some shit like that. Maybe they just kind of wear like that same type of uniform in that way, or like a job uniform. So maybe it's that. One of those. But anyway, y'all. Woo, we did it under 2 hours. Thank y'all for the support. Thanks for being here. Thanks for rocking and rolling. Appreciate y'all so much. He said it was a week ago. He wants to be chased so bad. I don't have time anymore. What is chasing? Chasing is texting the man first. Is that chasing when you text the man first? When you say, "Hey, I was thinking about you," not you chasing him. Or what is that? Like what is it? Let's be kind of curious. What's considered chasing? Can y'all just tell me that real quick before y'all go? What is considered chasing a man, so that I can know? I think I've asked this before, but nobody really gave me a clarity on that. What would be considered chasing as a woman? Because this is also going to help me like explain these stories next time too. Keep trying to reach out. Okay, I get it. Keep trying to reaching out and all that. Well, all right, so is it saying that you keep reaching out and they don't answer, or you just have to keep reaching out? He was ignoring her. Okay. I get it. Yeah, that's chasing. Yeah, that is chasing. I see what you're saying there. But if he blocked you, that is chasing, and you would say he was ignoring her and then unblocked her. Yeah, that's chasing. Yeah. Taste with tea. You said both? How's that both? Because sometimes I was thinking like some people be busy. Like some people can't get back to them and some people can. Like, you know what I mean? And then some people just ain't for texting. Like I know me, I just don't be for texting. Like you may text me a couple times and I'm like, all right, you can just come over and just hang out. Like you don't gotta fucking text me all day. I be on my phone all day. I really ain't pressed to talk all day. Like we could talk a little bit, but like, you know, all right, thanks. You know what I mean? People I talk to a day, I'll be tired of talking. Just come over and hang out, kick it for a little bit, or you know what I mean, or don't. Anyway, that's just my stuff though. He said, no, you're not busy enough for somebody you want. You need to wait. You said you're not busy enough for somebody you tried to pursue. Oh, if I tried to pursue them? Damn, Michaela, you late as hell. Well, you just missed us. We just finished. If I tried to pursue them, I wouldn't be like that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It's difficult with me. I'm complicated. I know, right? 7K, it is wicked. I don't know. I'm working on that. I'm getting better at it day by day. Day by day. So anyway, y'all. Thank y'all for the support. Thanks for being here. You said for real, it'd be it. Wait, I missed that. What did you say? You said it'd be that. Wait, yeah, for real, that'd be it, guys. Purse, you get you excited, then pull back. You know, guys do it, women do it, people do it. People do it in general. They do that all the time. That's just something that people do. Yeah. Because that happened to me before. There was this one time, I got to tell you the story. Remember I was telling you about that girl that used to be my gym crush? And I say used to be, because even though she's still fine as fuck, I ain't talking to her motherfucking ass. So anyway, there was this time where, like, you know what I mean, I was like pursuing her. So I was always like, hey, how you doing? What's up? I'd go talk to her all the time. And she'd be like, you know what I mean, she'd be happy to talk. But one day I happened to go talk to her, and she gave me, I don't know, she made it seem like I was like bothering her. I ain't never talked to her again after that. I don't even look her way after that. Girl, fuck you. What? Who bothering you? I don't need to. What? I'll never talk to you again. We don't never gotta talk. She's still fine as fuck, but like, if you ever make me feel like I was doing the most and I don't need this, oh man, you blow me away with that. You'll blow me away. Because I'm only showing up for a little bit. That's for sure. And if I ever get the impression that I'm bothering you or that you don't want what I want, please be gone. You find you what you want then, because I ain't here for that. You know what I'm saying? You feel me, 7K? I am not here for that. You don't even need it. Girl, bye. What you was finna do for me? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You feel me, 7K? Oh, I'm bothering you? Say less. Say that. That's how I be. Yeah, she definitely did. She definitely, I can admit that. She definitely did. Because we was going pretty good. Then all of a sudden you just kind of switch it up on me. Hey, man, listen. If you can't, you know what I mean? Yeah, because like we could be doing anything else in the world and wasting time, like, because I'm not even about to go too far on that topic, but for real, people in general hate rejection. Because if you're trying to build towards something or like if you're trying to achieve a goal, like if you're a goal-oriented person, you hate rejection or you hate failure because you want to be able to succeed at what you're going after. Like that's just part of the principle of being a man or being ambitious, man or woman. Like women who are really ambitious or really driven about career or about like their life in general, they hate being rejected. Hence why most women don't do the initiating, because women are way more afraid of rejection than men are. Men been getting rejected since the beginning of time. Women aren't used to being rejected because y'all aren't used to being the initiators. Have you ever seen a woman with game? Terrible. Some women have it, but for the most part, 98% of women suck at approaching men. You know what I mean? They suck. They're like way of holding communication and conversation because y'all don't know how to approach people because you never really had to. It's the same way with a kid who's never been in a fist fight before. He don't know what to do in those moments. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you think you got game. I mean, I'm not saying you don't, 7K. I'm just saying, like, just in general, you think you got game. You know what I'm saying? But if you never exercise that talent, how the fuck are you going to be good at it? You don't just wake up one day and be like, oh, I'm about to, you know what I mean? I'm about to G this guy or I'm about to G this girl. If you've never been, like, approaching people, you said I be pulling women and men by accident. I mean, that's different. That's what they call that. That's just charm and charisma. That can happen, though. Like, it happens to me, too. People just be thinking I'm flirting. And I don't even tend to. When I'm flirting, I fuck it up because I suck. But like if I'm just chatting with you, well, then I guess I did a great job. But like if I mean to, I suck at it. Terrible. My bad. I didn't mean to be socially awkward. I liked you a little bit too much. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. Yeah, just a little bit, Tia. Just a little bit. I'm also a soft cookie too. I'm a tough cookie and a soft cookie. I like hugs and kisses. You know what I'm saying? I do flirt with people, but like it just be flirting. I don't know. Flirting is just like a second language. I don't think nothing of it. I'm like, oh shit. Like when people flirt with me, I'm like, oh, they flirting. That's second language. Flirting makes the day go by. It makes the day fun. Like, why would you not? You know what I mean? Why would you not? Okay, my bad. You got game then, man. You got game then. I respect it. I could be a player, but I don't like karma, so that karma stuff. Karma is only when you have an incomplete thought. That's why you repeat the pattern out. So if you intended to come along and play that game, then it's okay. Ain't no karma behind that. You had a complete thought. That loop ends. It's when you go into a situation on autopilot and you aren't aware of what you're doing, that's when the karma comes because you didn't learn a lesson. To do stuff with intention. So if you're doing it with intention, you don't get karma. It's only when you have that unawareness of the pattern that you're repeating. That's when the karma comes because you got to learn why you're doing what you're doing to get what you got. All right. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for just talking shit, busting it up with me. You said anybody can flirt. Are you staying though? I mean, I'm staying for a little bit, maybe. Depends. If you don't get on my nerves on a regular, probably I can hang around. I could stay. You know what I'm saying? Because I live a damn pretty peaceful life, so I ain't fitting to like, you ain't finna come over here and sabotage my shit. You better go back to your dad's house, go to your mom's house, or go back to your house, wherever you live at. Ain't gonna come over here and mess up my peace. All right, y'all. Anyway, I'm done with the rant. I'm done talking shit. All right, so yeah, I'm gone. I'll be here tomorrow though to do signs again in the morning. So I'll see y'all in the morning. Thank y'all again. I'm gone.